Hello. Hello. Hello, it's me. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Hello, it's my voice. It is not my face, but it's my voice. Um, Welcome to Patreon stream number 76. Number 76. I've been trying to do one a month. I haven't quite met that goal, but almost one a month since I started doing them. Like at this point, it would be 7 or 8 years ago. Wow! How about that, huh? And happy New Year's Eve Day. The eve of New Year's Eve Day. How are you, Mr. Leo? Are you celebrating on this fine day? Or can I help you? 2024, what a year. I know. Yeah. I know. You know what? Listen, I don't know. I mean, maybe a lot of people not happy with 2024, various reasons. I liked it. It was good for me. I am. Song requests are on right now. Feel free to put your song requests in. I gotta be honest, 2024 is pretty good for me. I basically found a wife. So that's pretty crazy. And there's been a lot of good video games. What's a good Star Ocean 2 song? Oh, there's so many. There's so many. You want me just to pick some for you? I have some. I actually have a few on here. The problem is, here, I'll tell you what. It might actually be better if I play some for you, because if you're looking on YouTube, the last time I checked, there's a dearth of Star Ocean 2 songs that are usable for song requests. Like, many are... There's just, oh, well, no, I think their full soundtrack is on there. No, the reason I just don't put them on my playlist is because I'm very picky about it. I don't think I've ever said this on stream, but yeah, my pickiness is... It's like this. If it has to be listed under the name of the game, Star Ocean 2. Otherwise, I will not add it because, like, I like for my playlist to be organized. The thing that's annoying is you can't like edit it. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you can now. Sure, it'd be cool if you could. But like, the song when you add a song to your playlist, I don't think there's a way to edit it. It adds it. It alphabetizes it based on the name of the, like, whatever the title of the YouTube title is. So if it's not titled based on the game, it really annoys me when like when song playlists don't list the song based on the game. It should say Star Ocean 2 and then the name of the song or whatever. As long as it says Star Ocean 2 first. Otherwise I can't use it. Well, I guess that whole soundtrack is on there somewhere. So I could just add it for song requests. But you know what? I'll just play some from my own iPod, because it's easier. So I'll turn the song request off for a second. Because you know what? I love Star Ocean 2 music. It's an amazing soundtrack. It's like the soundtrack that for me, Motoi Sakuraba, it's what made me love Motoi Sakuraba. He's also known for like Golden Dawn or Golden Sun games, and he's known for Valkyrie Profile and a few other games. And he's known for like the Dark Souls games, like more recent stuff. But his recent stuff doesn't sound like his PS1 stuff. And I've heard rumors that he's one of these composers that like doesn't really compose his own stuff anymore. Like his name is on it, but he gets like his stable of composers to do it, even though his stable's on it. Which seems correct because his newer stuff sounds nothing like his old stuff at all. Like his stuff in Dark Souls sounds nothing like his old stuff. Like it's hard to believe it's the same guy. But I should probably play something. Let's see. Going by my ratings here. Oh man, there's so much good music. There's so much good. How about this one? From the beginning of the game. Now, I believe the soundtrack for the remaster is the same, but maybe you can tell me. We'll turn it up loud. Alright, before I start drawing, I'm going to eat an ice cream sandwich. This is my New Year's Eve treat. Okay? I've earned this. I've earned this, okay? By the way, I ate pretty healthy today. I've been trying to manage my weight ever since Christmas. I went crazy with the charcuterie, and I gained a couple pounds. I'm trying to manage it. I ate a salad for dinner, but now I'm nullifying it by eating this. But that's okay, because it's balanced. I haven't gone too crazy today, and we're just trying to maintain. Well, I'm going to eat this. Watch. I'll show you the proof. Watch this. See? Unbitten. Watch this. Who did that? Who did that? Was it you, Mr. Leo? Did you just take a bite? Who just did that? Oh my god, somebody's eating my sandwich. That's okay, Mr. Leo. You deserve this. You deserve this. You earned it. You earned it, Mr. Leo. Okay, now that bite was me. Let's share it, Mr. Leo. You and me, let's share it. We've earned this together. Alright, so like that. And then this song too. These two songs kind of go together. It's like the music in this game is like the most incredible, absolutely best, most incredible, like, what would you call it? Like, lush. It's the maximum lushness fantasy music. You know how like there's kind of a lushness sometimes to music, be like very lush, very dreamlike, very like just extremely pleasant sounding. Like a lushness, there's like a richness. This is the richest, most lush fantasy music that exists. Like, what's more lush than this? This is at the maximum. I love this. I love this song and then Venerable Forest. Hopefully it sounds the same in game. I mean, in the remaster. I haven't heard of them fiddling with the soundtrack. Maybe it's remixed. I don't know. Hopefully it's identical, because this soundtrack is a masterpiece. It should not be toyed with or messed with. Hopefully they just left it the way it is. Or you can tell me. I'm curious to like take more looks. I mean, I have looked at it. It's a very interesting remaster, because like I really am of two minds of it. There's things about it that disgust me, but there's things about it that I find really intriguing. It's kind of interesting. But the main thing that I love about it is the fact that they keep the original sprites the same. Like, that's awesome. Let's see. The map music is really good, too. You probably heard that a bunch. Good. You know, I guess I am basic that way. I do love a just plain ice cream sandwich, one of my favorite desserts. Let's get it from the PSP version. I see, it's interesting. I'm not familiar with the PSP version either. Metal Machine. Metal Machine? A machine of metal? It's been a while. What's up? Where have you been, Metal Machine? What have you been up to? I was just looking through my clips, and you had a couple clips in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do some art. Let's start now, as a matter of fact. Alright. This panel is pre-done. Should I turn the contrast up? So you can see the art better? It's a little bit hard to see the pencil, but of course, you know, once I start inking, you get to see it. Maybe I should turn the contrast up. That can, like, make it a bit blinding. I don't know. Maybe I could darken it and then turn up the contrast. Oh, more contrast, but darker. Is that a good way to do it? It's probably a bit more visible. That's not too crazy. Wait, why do I sound so quiet now? Oh, because I wasn't enunciating, that's why. I suppose I should turn the music down a bit. Metal Machine, what's up? Yeah, that's right, our time. I need to make sure I stay caught up with... Alright, let's draw. No more babbling. No, I guess I'll keep babbling, but... Because it's a stream, you have to do that. Here, alright, the map music is like a really long track, so I'll skip to this one. Now, this track is interesting. It's like... It's kind of weird, but I really, really like this track. So something about it. It's one of the first dungeon musics. It's very, like, peppy, but also, like, extremely driven. I always really like this track. I'm just playing the Star Ocean 2 soundtrack right now, Metal Machine. But we'll go back to song requests in a bit. Holidays. Oh, yeah. I had some of those. I did some of those. Family stuff, Metal Machine. Oh, I'm only gonna draw now. Oh, this is my, by the way, this is my script here. This is my thumbnails. Like, this is a page, and then this is a page. So that is, don't be fooled by that. Those are just thumbnails. Anyway, well, it sounds like you're doing pretty good, Metal Machine. It's good to see you back. It's good. Holidays are good. I had some pretty good holidays, good family stuff. And yeah, I mean, things have changed for me recently. I'm getting a wife soon, so you might say that they're changing a little bit. But hey, I'm still the same streamer that you know and love, or know and moderately like. Or tolerate. Whichever. Two Christmas dinners. Yeah. I only had one Christmas dinner. I've done that before. When you have like in-laws and stuff. When my wife comes to America, I'm not gonna have in-law. My in-laws will all be in other countries, so I will not have to do that. But yeah, I used to do that, but this time, only one Christmas dinner. However, to compensate, my family decided to make ridiculous amount of food. Cinnamon rolls for breakfast, charcuterie for lunch. There was like a massive spread of cheese and meats and bread. And then, like, way too much. And I just had, and cookies, and lots of cookies and desserts, and like a whole Christmas dinner with like ham and turkey. It was ridiculous. Yeah, and I gained a couple pounds as well. I'm trying to moderate. Oh man, the town song is really good too. Oh, this one is good. The castle song? Oh. I really like the battle tracks in this game as well. But, man, this is such an amazing soundtrack. What am I live with? At the moment, he lives in the Philippines. I met her online. I went to the Philippines to visit her in November, and now we're getting married. And us getting married is going to allow her to come to America, basically. It's okay to ask whatever you want, Metal Machine. You could ask whatever you want. You will not be judged harshly. If you get out of line, you'll get you'll be warned. Not like an official disciplinary warning. Just like verbally, You've not seen the Philippines? What? That sounds like a joke. You're joking. Dude, the other person who comes here not recently, what is his name? Oh, Inconsiderate Deed, right? Yeah, he also has well, he met his fiancée in the Philippines. He lives in Australia. Oh yeah, I've got really, you too? I also have a wife in the Philippines. You're planning on getting married once your annulment goes through? I'm serious. You know what? I thought you were. Yeah, that's what I thought. It sounds like a joke, but I could tell you were serious. It does sound like a joke, doesn't it? Wow. So annulment? What is she? So she already is married then, huh? No, in my case, I'm the one who was previously married, and I had to get my divorce. But we already took care of that. This is a really good town track as well. Oh man, this one is really good. Dude, the music for this game is so good. It's just so good. It's just so good. Legally separate husband with their... yeah, okay, I see. Well, you know, everybody's got their own circumstances. In our case, I'm the one who's divorced, but... And that has some slight repercussions in that, like, we can't get married in the church in the Philippines because I'm divorced, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to get a civil wedding anyway. And we're going to get married. We're basically getting married. Well, we're kind of rushing into it, but it's basically so that she can come to America. Otherwise, it's too difficult. It's too difficult for her to come to America otherwise. Like, it's too difficult to get a visa. Yeah, I guess they're pretty strict with marriage laws. It's how they are over there. I don't like the way. See, I don't like the way I drew this. Now I gotta redraw it. Yeah, I guess so. And well, not only marriage laws, but they're strict with what would you call it? Like the opposite of immigration. Emigration. Wait, what do you call it? Like when you're immigrating to another country. Well, you know, we're strict about people coming here. They're strict about the opposite. They're strict about people leaving. Immigration, is that right? Yeah, they're strict about people leaving. Like, they're allowed to... It's easier for them to go to Asian countries, but Western countries like America, Britain, Canada, it's very difficult for them to go to. Their government makes it very difficult for them. Because I suppose everybody would want to leave. Like everybody wants to come to America, and everybody wants to leave the Philippines. And the government doesn't like that, I guess. I probably should turn the music down a bit. Maybe just a bit more, huh? This is not one of the super amazing songs. Let me move ahead a little bit. Mr. Leo, are you? Oh, so this song is only used in the starting menu of the game, I think, and maybe disc changing or something. But I really, really like this song. It's like a relaxation song with like sort of a bit of melancholy to it. So good, so good. Oh, Mr. Leo, it seems like he may have fallen entranced by the music. He may have fallen into a trance. Hopefully he's okay. You've been there 3 times? I've been to the Philippines once so far. I went there in November to visit with my then girlfriend and now fiance. And it was an amazing trip. I was there for 2 weeks. It was amazing. And I'm going back January 23rd. Alright, let's put the song... That's enough Star Ocean music. Let's put the song requests back on. I've been to Japan 3 times. I've always been a big fan of Japan. Never traveled to another country aside from, like, Mexico a little bit when I was younger. And in Mexico and Canada a little bit, but, like, an overseas country I never traveled to. Except for Japan. But, the Philippines is really cool in its own way. They've got some really interesting foods. Some of which are very good. Some of which are very, very good. But, yeah, they've got the whole own food culture. Of course, like China does too, and Korea, and like all the Asian countries have got really cool food culture. But Philippines is interesting for their food culture. They just love to eat animals there. But I like it though. I like it. Yeah, you tried a balut egg, went down, came right back up. I tried a balut egg. I didn't mind it. The thing that I found gross was surprisingly durian, and not because of the smell. The smell didn't matter. The thing that bothered me was like, it's got such a weird texture. Like it looks like raw chicken, and it's got such a... I didn't expect it to be so mushy. Like, I even like the taste of durian. I like durian-flavored stuff. Now, like, balut, yeah. So, like, that's the funny thing. They like to make tourists eat balut. Well, I think this audio level's pretty good, right? I'm gonna hold on a second. Let me just pause and exit my stream, my phone. All right, I think the audio level's pretty good. I feel like it's decent balance right now, but the songs get louder and quieter. So you just let me know if a song is too loud or too quiet. If you want me to turn it up or down, all right? If you want to. And song requests are on, so you can request songs. Anyway, yeah, Balut. That they like to make foreigners who come to the Philippines. It's like a hazing thing. They like to make them all. Yeah, they have to try. You have to try Balut. But like they like Balut. Like, it's not like they're making you eat something they think is gross. Like my fiance was just like they just got a bunch of Balut, and they were eating it like for fun the other day for a Christmas celebration actually. They had a bunch of Balut is usually like it's chicken embryos, but they also have duck embryos. They were eating duck. The one I tried was chicken. I didn't mind it. Honestly, it just tasted like chicken. It looks super gross. It looks really gross. Like, ugh, like when you see it. I mean, that's the thing, just visually. But if you just simply ignore that and eat it, it just tastes like chicken. Like, it doesn't taste bad. But yeah, it's inconvenient to eat. I didn't think it was particularly good. It was okay. I think if I were to have, I would eat it again, but I would probably put a lot more chili sauce. It's the street vendor that was selling the Balut had like a bottle of chili sauce there, and I feel like it needed a lot more. Like, definitely not my preferred way to eat chicken because it just tastes like chicken. Try Balut. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, not my favorite, but I mean, it didn't bother me. Like the durian I found gross though. It was mostly mental. I think it is. The texture is weird. Right. That's the thing. It's like the visuals. I can get past the visuals sometimes, but yeah, the texture. I mean, it just tasted like chicken. I thought. Oh, Equinox music. Yeah, a lot. I mean, all food. Actually, all food is mental. Because like so much of like what you like and what you dislike is just mental. But anyway, yeah, that's why they're used to Balut, so they can just eat it, and to them it's just like normal, but to us it's like ew, gross. Just because of how it looks. But I mean, they eat a lot of weird stuff in the Philippines. I've been watching like videos of, and they eat like every single part of the pig you could imagine. Like pigs and chickens, they like eat every single part of it. It's crazy. Like you can get just like chicken intestines on a stick, and you can get everything on a stick. You can get cow lung on a stick. Like everything you can imagine you can get on a stick. And my fiance, like, she eats fish heads. Like, seriously, like, it's not a joke. She eats fish heads. I tried a little bit of fish head. It's like it's just like it's like kind of like eating chicken feet. The Chinese, well, actually, I think Filipinos eat chicken feet as well. But like the Chinese are really big into chicken feet. If you like the true Chinese food, like the true Chinese normal diet, like consists of chicken feet. Like you just eat like Americanized chicken food, you don't get that. But like like the authentic Chinese restaurants, you can get you go to like a hot pot place. There's always like chicken feet there. And like the thing with chicken feet is like it just tastes like chicken. Well, basically what you're doing is you're just sucking chicken meat off the foot. And it just tastes like chicken. Once you get past the mental thing that you're eating like a foot, it just tastes like chicken. The thing about it, like to me, I don't get or whatever is that it's just like it's like too much. Like I wouldn't ever really. I'm not really into it because like, it's a lot of trouble to just get like a little bit of meat. Basically, like once you get past the fact that you're eating chicken meat feet and like that bothers you. I don't know. It's like I find it to be like I can eat chicken feet. I can eat it. It's fine. It doesn't really bother me, but it's just like a lot of trouble to like. I'm not really into like sucking meat out of like bones and stuff. I'm not really into that. I don't need to get like every little bit of meat. I'm perfectly happy to waste meat. Like if I get a piece of chicken, Just like eat the meat that's appetizing and throw the rest out. Like meat that is you have to like suck off of bones, it's too much trouble. I don't want it. Throw it out. It's too much trouble for me. But if you live in a poorer culture, then you eat things like chicken feet. You get all the meat you can. And that's basically what it comes down to. You like get every little bit of meat you can. And like we live in a culture that like has the luxury of just like getting food so easily that we don't have to worry about that. Basically, this expression is totally wrong. That's just basically, yeah. It's just this is what it comes. I think this is what it comes down to, you know. Like, you know, you just have to, that's just what you do, and it's also just part of your culture. So it's like whatever you're used to. But yeah, like they don't waste any part of the. We waste a lot. I mean, I suppose in America, all those parts that people don't want to eat just get like processed into hot dogs and sausages, right? So it still kind of gets used, but I'm sure a lot of it gets thrown away. And, you know, they don't, like in the Philippines, they don't throw anything away. They like use every part of the animal. You know, that has its merits. It's interesting. I like trying this stuff, and I can eat it. Like, I'm not too uppity to like eat chicken feet. I can eat balut. But the durian, I couldn't. Like, the texture of the durian just grossed me out. I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle the durian. I'm going to try it again. I don't know. I'm not sure if the one I ate was like that fresh. I mean, it wasn't actually a fresh durian that was like freshly cut up. I just bought like a packaged durian. I gotta try like maybe a fresh durian or something. But like, I really did not care for the durian, and it was really just the texture. It was not the smell. It was just the taste. It was the texture. But talking about the Philippines. My fiance is texting me right now. I love this music from Equinox. Yeah. So you've been to the Philippines 3 times. So did you try some other? Did you try? I'll tell you what. Like another thing that they have that people might think is gross would be like sisig, because it's bits of pork, like cooked with like onions and vegetables or whatever, and like it's fried up. And the thing that like sounds gross is that it's mostly parts from the face, from the head. Like, you know, like the snout, the ears, whatever, like all the parts of the head just like chopped up into bits. And like sometimes they maybe even the brain, apparently. I don't know. Depending. But it's actually really good. It's actually really good. Well, if you get it from like, you had pork sisig, it kind of depends. I got a sisig from a food court that I thought was not that good. Even my fiance said, oh yeah, crispy pata is, yeah, I tried a bunch of stuff as well. Crispy pata that's the feet. That's the actual pig feet. And that's like, but the thing about that, like a lot of stuff, like chicharron, it's deep fried, it's battered and deep fried, so basically it doesn't really matter what it is. And then you like dip it in vinegar, spicy vinegar. And everything's good in spicy vinegar. It probably helps a lot, like, to enjoy Filipino food if you like spicy, if you can get into spicy vinegar. And I can, like the last maybe 10 years of my life or so, I've gotten really into vinegar. Like hot sauces, vinegary hot sauces, just like anything vinegary, or chili oil as well. But you know, hot sauces, spicy food, chili, like vinegar type stuff. I used to eat like salad. Whoa, this song's loud, isn't it? I think this is loud. That seems like it's a bit loud. I don't know. Roasted pig, lechon. Yeah, that's the best. So like, of all the Filipino food I tried, lechon was the best. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, I tried a lechon. You could get lechon in America. The lechon I had here was not nearly as good. But lechon is just whole roast pig. And if it's made correctly, like properly, and you get the really crispy skin that kind of melts in your mouth, and like the moist meat, oh, it's so good. It's so good, the lechon. That's my favorite. It's also fun to say, lechon, lechon. That's my favorite of all the stuff I tried. As a matter of fact, for my wedding, we're gonna be having like we're gonna have 2 whole roast lechons. We're having 2 of them. Very excited to have that, like freshly made by like a good chef or a caterer or whatever. It's gonna be very good. You had goat? You didn't care for it? Well, I didn't try goat, but like, I mean, I've had goat before. You know, you can get goat very easily from like, you know, in Indian, part of Indian food, and I've had goat. Like, I don't mind goat. Goat's fine to me. It probably depends on how it's cooked, you know. But I did not have goat in the Philippines. Special soup, organs boiled up. It was so bitter. Interesting. Well, I don't know about that. Can't speak to that. Is it well, there's sinigang. One of the big foods they have that's popular that like also my fiance really likes is sinigang. That's a soup. It's not really bitter, it's more soury. Like it's kind of sour, a bit spicy. I guess it's a little bit similar to like sweet and sour soup. Or like egg drop soup or something. It's really good. Actually, I really like it. I really like it. But I had I tried the salmon version, and I tried the pork version. The pork version was a lot better. The salmon, I didn't like the salmon sinigang that I had as much. I felt like with the salmon, it was too undercooked, the salmon. It needed to be cooked more. But the broth was really good. But the pork one was actually made by my fiance. It was really good. Yeah, sinigang, sisig. The sisig, I had one sisig that was like not that great, and I had another one where it's like really nicely charred. And we're talking about, you know, again, like pieces of like pig face, pig head. But like if it's charred up, extremely good. And the crispy pata, you know, pig feet doesn't sound like it'd be good. But pig feet, it turns out if it's deep fried, I guess it's not deep fried, it's like battered and fried. If it's fried and battered, and if you eat it with spicy vinegar, really good. But I guess a lot of this stuff, it just all depends on how much you like spicy vinegar. I mean, you can also usually get it with like a soy sauce as well. It usually comes with like a spicy vinegar, a soy sauce, and then lechon also has like a special sauce made for it called a liver sauce. Liver sauce sounds like something that Americans would not like, but I think if you get past the name, just try it. It just basically tastes kind of like applesauce or plum sauce. Kind of tastes like that. And it's actually really good. It's pretty sweet. It goes really well with lechon. You can see why they serve that. Yeah, so but if you like the spicy vinegar, there's so many good foods. Do you like PC98 music? I hope so. Let's see. Did I draw these expressions correctly? I don't know. Let me actually like flush this up a bit. I think those eyebrows are a little bit wrong. Of course, like while I was in the Philippines, I also eat like a lot. You know, I ate a lot of Asian food as well. They got a ton of just various different kinds of Asian food there. They got a ton of Japanese food. In the Manila area where I was, they had a ton of Chinese food. That was the biggest thing. Because apparently there's a lot of Chinese immigrants that live in Manila. Oh, this song is good. So, tons of Chinese food. The Chinese food usually comes in the... You can get, like, normal Chinese food that you would recognize from American Chinese food. Similar stuff. But the big thing is Chinese hot pot. I've become a big fan of Chinese hot pot. Like the Gaojing... I forget what it's called. Like the Gaojing sauce or whatever. That's really good. We went to a fancy Chinese hot pot place. That was some of the best food I've ever had, actually. Chinese hot pot's pretty amazing. They had this special sauce that they made for you at the table. It was really, really good. Um, and then there's also like a ton of like Korean barbecue places, where it's like you sit at a grill and they, you know, you can they give you a bunch of meat, you can cook it up there. I mean, we have places like that in America too. You can find Chinese hot pot places in America. They're pretty rare, but you know, in Chicago, in Chinatown, there's a couple of them. Anyway, yeah, Filipino food, very good. My 2-week stay in the Philippines was in Manila, so I get to try a lot of stuff around there. When I go back, I'm going to be going to different parts of the Philippines. Davao, Baguio, Tagaytay. So I'll get to try some different stuff. Oh, there's also bulalo, which is just like a beef soup, which is real. The one that I had was really good. Like, I'm pretty sure that it would appeal to any American's palate. It's just basically like a really savory beef soup. Anybody would like it. It was so good. They got some really good food in the Philippines. But also their chain places are good too. Like, they've got a bunch of barbecue places. They call just meat on a stick barbecue there. You got a bunch of places that are just famous. Like, they're well known for like fast food places, like chain places. Andox, Mang Inasal. Mang Inasal is a roast chicken chain, but they also have pork on it. You can get barbecue pork on a stick, which is really good. And then also this place called Andox is the same thing. Mang Inasal? Yeah, Mang Inasal is very good. Andox is very good. Andox is kind of similar. Andox is very good. Like Filipino chains. You know, chains of Filipino food. In the Mall of Asia is an amazing place. We were very fortunate because our hotel was really near the Mall of Asia, so we went there a bunch. They got, like, the Mall of Asia has every food you can imagine. Like, they have Italian food, they have American-style pizza, and, you know, other kinds of American food there, cheeseburgers. But they have obviously, like, kind of Asian food you can think of. They have, like, tons of, like, pastry places. They have Filipino food. They have a lechoneria there, which is, like, you know, that's where you get the lechon. And that was the best lechon I tried. We went to another place that was, like, a lechon place that was not, like, what was it called? I forget. But it was not as good as the lechoneria in Mall of Asia. That was so good. That lechon that I had was so good. Yeah, I'm drawing this face wrong. Sorry, I gotta redraw. Oh, there was so much good food. There was like good bakeries as well. I mean, in that area, there's all the malls and stuff in Manila. There's a really big variety. There's like a lot of good food. A lot of it skews Asian, but I mean, that's okay because I love Asian food, so that's fine for me. The one thing that I barely saw any of was probably Mexican food. I think there was a couple places that were like sort of like there was a Taco Bell, but that kind of doesn't count. There's very few Mexican places in the Philippines. I think that generally is true for most Asian countries. They just kind of don't really care about Mexican food. We love Mexican food in America, but of course, you know, we have a huge Mexican population. They tend to have very little Mexican food in the Asian places I've been. I did see one or two, like I saw a taco place, but it was more of like a Filipino taco place. And they did have Taco Bell in the Mall of Asia. Dude, Final Fantasy X music. There was like a little bit of Italian food. There was a couple of pasta and pizza places. When I was in Japan, there was actually quite a bit of Italian cafes you could go to. French food as well. Mexican food is very rare. There's like, you know, in America, we take that for granted. There's tons of Mexican food available in America, and like a lot of it's very authentic. And one of my favorite things, it's become one of my favorite foods is mole sauce. I love mole sauce. I love tacos. I love chorizo. But mole sauce, that's my favorite Mexican dish. It's so good. But good luck finding that in the Philippines. I don't think you could find that there. I don't know if that exists there. It's hard enough just to find like a decent taco. And that the same goes for Japan as well. Yeah, I mean, like, you just have to settle. But hey, I mean, like, Filipino food is hard to come by in America. Like, I live in Chicago, one of the 3 major cities, and even here, Filipino food is around, but it's a little hard to come by. There's a couple of lechon places like downtown that I gotta try. I gotta see. There was a lechon place we tried for my birthday. It was okay. It was not that great. They had decent lumpia. I haven't mentioned lumpia. Like, lumpia is just basically Filipino egg rolls, but they're smaller than they're a bit. They're tiny and they're like usually just filled with pork and nothing else. They're quite good though. In America, you get them served with sweet and sour sauce. But in the Philippines, when you get lumpia, usually it's like with the spicy vinegar. They're like main condiment. And you know what? I kind of prefer the spicy vinegar. But you know, I do love Mexican food. Like I love a lot of. I just like food variety. I like all kinds of different food. And Mexican food is very good. You know, quite like it. I like to have it once in a while. I used to love Italian food when I was younger, but kind of like I don't seem to care about it as much. I mean, like that's more of like a once in a while thing. But I don't crave that as much as I mean, it's probably because I tried to wean myself off pasta because, you know, pasta's kind of just bad for you. But I mean, a lot of the stuff I was eating in the Philippines is bad for me too. Like, too much NES music. Wait, I can't skip this song though, it's too good. Oh, this isn't too loud. Anyway, I'll just keep drawing. Metal Machine. Wow, that's... So you, Inconsiderate Deed, and me all have Filipino... Or Filipina. Right. Well, I mean, like, Inconsiderate Deed is married. I guess we have Beyonce. You're still working... I'm still working on it. But I'm getting married very soon. It's crazy. I'm gonna be a married man. But hey, I was married before. I was married to Jennifer for 15 years, so it's not new. It's not new. Being married is not new. It's different woman from a different country, which I'm excited about. Because I'm growing to work. I'm growing to like the. Yeah, it didn't work out. I'm growing to like the Philippines. Hey, sometimes it doesn't work out. And you just gotta move on. That's how life is. But I'm growing to really like the Philippines. You know, I never really thought about the Philippines that much. I was very into Japanese culture. I like Chinese and Korean stuff, but Filipino culture is pretty cool. Growing to like it. And I'm trying to learn a little bit of Filipino language. I'm trying to learn a bit of Bisaya. My fiance speaks... You know, there's like multiple Filipino languages. My fiance speaks like multiple of them. She speaks Bisaya, she speaks Tagalog, and she speaks her original tribe language, Matigsalug. Like, she's 3 Filipino languages, and she speaks English, so it's pretty crazy. And I can speak English, I can speak some Japanese. Nihongo hanasemasu, jouzu janai, demo. You know, I can speak some Japanese. But that's about it. So I've been trying to learn a little bit of Bisaya. Tagalog is the dominant language, so... But there's some crossover between Tagalog and Bisaya, so like you can... I don't know. I've been trying to just learn some words, you know? A little bit here and there. And I'm gonna skip this song. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one too. Let's see, what else do we got in here? This is good. What do I happen to Mr. Leo? He really did fall into a trance and disappeared. Never found out what he thought about the Star Ocean music. So, yeah, I'm gonna be gone for another month. I leave January 23rd. I go to the Philippines again. I'll be there for a month. I will probably try to do some more streams, but from the Philippines. But when I return, I'll have a wife. Not with me though, because I'm sure it's going to be an amazing trip. I'm sure it'll be amazing. So we'll be getting married. Once we're married, then she'll apply for a visa, and hopefully that makes it a lot easier. Basically, it makes it possible for her to get a visa. I mean, it's very difficult to get a visa to come to America otherwise, so hopefully it'll not take too long for her to get it. It could take upwards of a year, but hopefully, in some cases, it's a lot quicker than that. So hopefully she'll get it pretty soon, then she'll come to America, and then I'll have a wife. And then maybe some of my streams will have a special guest star wife. That'd be great. So otherwise, things are gonna continue as normal. I'm gonna still go to conventions, work on my comic, all the usual stuff. Be living here for a while, at my parents' house. Until, this is basically to make things easier until we get our own place, probably. And it's gonna be fun. Like, I'm looking forward to it. Life changes. I like life changes. Sometimes you just gotta change things. Sometimes you gotta make changes, You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You gotta shake things up. You gotta get a wife. Sometimes you gotta get a wife to change your life. Sometimes you gotta go to a different country. These are good. These are all good things. Good things to do. So, it was a pretty good 2024 for me. I don't know about you guys, but I had a good year. It was a good year. This is good music. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing trip. My first trip to the Philippines was very amazing as well. Very, very good. And this is the important thing as well. I do really like her. I really like this woman. So it's good to marry somebody that you like, We should all be so lucky. I hope that you guys like her too. Oh, Metal Machine. Anything else going on with you playing video games? I've been playing a lot of UFO 50. You might have noticed. So much UFO 50. I love UFO 50. I've been playing a lot of retro game stuff lately because it's just been all UFO 50. Aside from, I played some PS2 games in October. UFO 50 is amazing. Like, I'm perfectly happy to spend, hundreds of hours playing it. Ooh, Shining Force. Cool. This expression is not right. I played some good horror games in October, and then, you know, I didn't stream a lot in November because of the Philippines trip. But since I came back, I've been playing mostly UFO 50. Such a good game. I want to fully complete. I want to play all 50 games and fully complete it. Just so many of the games are really good. This expression is still not right. Okay, there we go. That's better. Alright, now the bottom panels. Alright, this, I've been drinking a rum and coke. You see how it's mostly drunk? I actually feel a little bit of alcohol in my brain right now. I can feel alcohol in my brain. I can feel it in there. I can feel it in there, guys. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's affecting my brain. I think it's making it better. Improving it. So that's good. Almost done with this page, I think. Let me just focus on drawing for a second. Oh, this is one of the only really, really good tracks from Final Fantasy 15 right here. Final Fantasy 15, one of the most disappointing soundtracks of all time. Since it was, you know, a soundtrack by Yoko Shimomura. Pretty bad soundtrack. Final Fantasy games, but this is an amazing remix of the Crystal theme, though. Final Fantasy games have kind of been a shadow of themselves ever since. Like Final Fantasy really was Nobuo Uematsu. It was him. Like, it's not Final Fantasy without Nobuo Uematsu is the problem. And like, he did all the soundtracks up to 9. He contributed music to 10 and 11. But since then, it's been like Sakimoto or other people who are like good composers in their own right, but the identity is lost. Final Fantasy 13 has got some amazing music, but it's also a very inconsistent soundtrack. It just is not as good as Uematsu music. Final Fantasy 14, the original version had Uematsu music, which was a bit inconsistent, but like had some really good tracks. But then the upgraded version, I just don't really like it that much. And then 15, they brought in Yoko Shimomura. Like, that should have been the right choice, but yet that's such a disappointing soundtrack. Music is such an important part of the vibe. Yeah, music is extremely important for all video games, I think. Like, game music is such a big thing. Like, it really is its own thing, game music, you know? It's a thing that's sort of, it's almost becoming like a lost art. Because composers are forgetting that game music is its own kind of music, and it's not just simply like soundtrack music. It's sort of become infected by generic movie soundtrack music, which also is not as good as it used to be. But yeah, game soundtracks just aren't, they're a shadow of what they used to be. It's a shame. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this one. Let's see what else we got on this playlist. Ooh, can't skip Faxanadu music. Like, Uematsu's one of the best composers of all time, you know? Like, he's just, like, the stuff he did for Final Fantasy was amazing. Up through 9. And say, hey, Radon, what's up? How's it going? I'm just doing some art here. And we're talking about, we were talking about the Philippines. Now we're talking about, predictably, game music. Stuff that I like to talk about. Yeah, music is very, very important for games. At least to me it is. Some people, maybe it's not. You know, arguably, modern game music has trained people to not find it important, or to not care, but it's still important to me. Even just like the 8-bit systems, NES has so much good music. It's like this. I did survive the Philippines, which is based. Is that like my... Wait, based means to be like yourself. To be, just to be... Basically to be your own person, to be... like a unique individual, right? Is that what that makes me? Surviving the Philippines? I guess it's just... It's like... It's, you know... It's one of those words that nobody knows what it means. So it just turns into like a new version of like cool or hip. So there's a new version of that. But I guess it's based. I guess it's based to survive the Philippines. Yeah, I mean it was sure. I mean it was an interesting trip that had its own, you know, risks, I guess. New Age lingo for radical, yeah. Well, that term, just so you know, that was originally supposed to mean, it had a meaning that was distinct, based. It was supposed to mean, like, based in truth or based on yourself. It's supposed to mean, like, I looked it up. I did research on it. Basically to be like an you're yourself, you're an individual, like you're not a follower. Like you are your own person. That's what it's supposed to mean, in case you were wondering. Nerd! Hey, alright, dude, okay. Alright, dude. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting. It had, like, its own idiosyncratic. But, like, I think that usage of the word lasted about 3 seconds. Like, a lot of words, it's like, nope, like, you can't tell what that means. Based. It's like, you know, like, adults going like, what is this lingo? Based? What does that mean? Well, nobody would know what it means, because, like, it doesn't make any, you know, not really... Oh, more Equinox music, that's good. Well, it's kind of interesting to know what it actually is supposed to mean, but yeah, it could just be... It's usually just thrown around as it's a new version of, like, cool or hip. That's fine, you know. Lingo is weird. Radon, don't you think lingo is weird? Aren't people weird? People are weird. Money find panelized. Hey, thanks. I'm starting the inks for this page now. I finished the pencils. Oh, I just drank a rum and coke, and I don't know if I put it... Oh, I haven't finished it, actually. I should finish this. See? It's gotta be finished. I can't. I gotta save this little bit for later. But, even though it's just like a little bit of alcohol with the coke, I can feel it in my brain. I can feel the alcoholic content of my brain. Have you ever drank an alcoholic drink? And you're not really... It's maybe you're just having like a beer. You don't expect it to affect you, but then like you... Like, it's not even... It doesn't even qualify as a buzz. I think maybe I'm slightly affected with a slightly increased manicness of like speaking, which is probably good for on stream. But drinking over my work. Yeah, drinking over my work. Well, I mean, like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna drop this. I'm blasé about it because I like drawn thousands of pages. I don't care. It's not like this is a priceless work of art. It's just a page for my comic, you know. They made thousands of. After you make thousands of these, you stop thinking that's some kind of big deal. But yeah, no, I like, yeah, it's like I'm not buzzed. I'm like the step before that where you can feel the alcohol in your brain. You get that like brain feeling. You get that brain feeling. I've got that brain feeling. That's it. No, flex. That's another like new age. That's another new agey word, flex, which just means like brag, right? That's the new word for brag, because we can't say brag anymore. That's an old word. You gotta say flex, like I'm flexing, bro. Discreet flex. You gotta flex. You gotta flex. Discreet flex. In other words, like, that's a slight brag. I don't know, maybe. I guess. Yeah! I don't know. Inconsiderate deed! I was talking about you earlier. I mentioned you. You were mentioned on the stream because we were talking about the Philippines. Another person here has a Filipina bride. Another person. Metal Machine. There's now 3 people in this small Flipsider community with Filipina brides. Or women or whatever. I mean, it's a fiance in my case. The little buzz. Yeah, it's like a little... I guess you could say that, like a little buzz. No, I don't know. It's probably affecting... Like... You know, like how alcohol is a social lubricant, like it gives you more confidence and you kind of speak more freely. Like, but you know, it depends on the person how it affects you. Like, it's not like I'm short on confidence anyway. I mean, I'm used to streaming. I can just talk. But I do feel that like slight manicness. You get this very slight manicness. Except when you drink more alcohol, it becomes more than slight. It becomes pronounced. It's probably noticeable right now, though, or I don't know. It's like the fact that you know that I'm drinking means that you like then read that into my vibes or whatever. But of course, I can counter that by like just slowing down on purpose. But there's this tendency to kind of just like babble, to like just all of a sudden, like the more you drink, the more you gain the power to just simply like, you can just like open, like you can be flapping your lips and talking like blah blah blah. You could be saying words and you don't even know if they make sense. You don't care if they make sense. Maybe you're even like thinking about something else. Like right now I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. You know, it's kind of like that. I think, I don't know. Like, it's that weird feeling you get when you drink. Jervis Bay? Back from 1 week holiday? Wow. How was that, Inconsiderate Deed? Well, I noticed that you were gone. I missed you, Inconsiderate Deed. I noticed you were gone. I was just thinking, like, oh, I wonder when Inconsiderate Deed went. Well, that sounds nice. How was it? Ooh, Shin Megami Tensei 5 music. You know it's being poisoned. Right. Well, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I don't think it's not really a poison, you know. I think it's okay. A little bit of alcohol here and there. It only becomes a poison when you overdo it, I think. But I mean, you know, they say that, like, you know, everything, you know, every bit of alcohol you drink kills some brain cells, but that's probably like kind of an old wives' tale. The whole thing about killing brain cells is it's a bit silly because, you know, they're just like any other cells in your body. They're like constantly dying and regenerating anyway, so it doesn't mean anything. But, you know, it just depends on how heavy you drink. Like, if you drink too heavy, I don't know. I don't know what kind of studies have been done on, like, you know, it seems like there could be some bad effects. And, you know, the same with doing drugs. But, like, I don't know how much of that is just, like, people assuming that's the case, though. Swim every day. 8. 8 and drum with no care. We do again. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. What was that like? Did you do that for Christmas? Was that like a Christmas holiday? That sounds pretty good. Oh man. I'm glad you're back. Like we were just talking about the Philippines, because Radon has. No, I'm sorry, not Radon. Metal Machine has a Filipino fiance. I was talking about the fact that I have a Filipino fiance. Like life changes right now. Oh shoot, I forgot the dialogues things here. Let's add them. I feel like this is good music for right now. I guess, you know, because it's the end of the year, it's like, you know, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So, you know, it's just kind of like a 2024 wrap-up kind of thing. It's like, well, hey, how's the year been for you? You know, I don't know. It seems like maybe a lot of people might be... It's very typical these days, especially the last 4 or 8 years. People are very negative about, like, oh, God, I'm so glad 2024 is over. Like, honestly, for me, it was a good year. It was a great year. It was a great year for me. Like, I gotta be honest, like, I got a wife. And even, like, that alone is great. But, like, aside from that, honestly, like, there was plenty of good stuff about this year. Like, lots of good, fun family stuff. I got some things done. I will say it was not a good year for conventions. It was kind of a bad year for conventions for various reasons. I was in the hospital for a stomach thing. Hey, Red Mages, what's up? Red Mages, Shin Megami Tensei 5 music is playing right now. Red Mages, it's the end of the year, and listen, you know what? I love you. I'm sorry, should I not say that out loud? Like, I was in the hospital for like a week and a half because of like my stomach. I have serious like stomach problems, you know. And I had to thank modern medicine because like without modern medicine, like I would be dead. You know, like having to like live in the hospital, like my stomach being unable to process food, so like not being able to eat for a week, having a tube in my nose. It was fun. It was not fun. It was not fun, but it was an interesting experience, which is good. Like that alone was, even before getting a wife, you know, like that was an experience. It was interesting. And there was good family stuff that happened. Not a good year for streams, or I mean not for streams, for conventions, due to the fact that, yeah, I mean, the aforementioned hospital stay, like that destroyed 2 convention trips I would have went on otherwise. I had some bad luck with conventions this year. I would mostly chalk it up to bad luck, just like either like having conventions. There was another convention that was canceled because of the hurricanes in Florida. So I had multiple conventions that like didn't work out because of like random situations. Most of Australia has forced 2-week leave over X. We went to my wife's Filipino sister and her husband, not Filipino. In the Philippines? Well, you said Southern NSW Beach. I don't know what NSW is. Jervis Bay. I don't know where that is. Oh, it sounds like you had a good time. That's the important thing. I very much do not have a Filipino fiance. What nationality fiance do you have, Radon, if any, or do you not have one? Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you solitary, independent, free bachelor? Bachelorizing? Red Mages, what's up? It's okay, I understand. I love me too. Yeah, you should love yourself, Red Mages. You're pretty cool. You've had a year. I have had a year. Like, a lot of stuff has happened this year, Red Mages. And I've also played many video games. Guys, let's just take a second to review. This song is too active. Hold on a second. This song is too active. I need a more mellow song. That's not good either. That's not good either. Wait, hold on a second. By the way, song requests are on. Oh, Star Ocean 2 music. But that's not what I'm looking for, though. Do I have a convention? Nemesis? My wife, sister, and husband live in Sydney. Oh, in Sydney. Oh, okay. More video games would be good. I want to talk about video games in a second. This is not the... That's not the... I guess this is close enough. Anyway, what was I saying? Video games. It's been a good year for video games. Listen, let me just go over real quick what I did this year for video games. It's been a good year for video games. I started out... I forget... I started out by doing my 10th year anniversary for streaming on Twitch. I played a bunch of stuff that's to me classic stuff. I did a full 100% playthrough of Umihara Kawase. I finished Battletoads and Tomb Raider for my 10th anniversary of streams. I did Variety Month, where I played a game from a different system every day. That was fun. There was an Amiga month where I played nothing but Amiga games. Oh, dude, early in the year, I beat Weird Dreams. You guys remember how... some of you probably remember how I beat Weird Dreams after grinding it for 50 hours. That was cool. Very single, very comfortable in your own space. Maybe too much. Well, you know what, Radon? Maybe it is too much. Maybe it is too much. But you know what? The important thing is just that you're comfortable. If you're comfortable, that's what matters. You can be comfortable in any space. Just be comfortable in whatever space you're in. Because that's the space you have. That's good. That's good, Radon. Yeah, dude, I finished Weird Dreams. What else? There's more Fliptendo. Not as much Fliptendo as I wanted. But that's okay. Fliptendo is, happening every once in a while. Slowly but surely, that's fine. I played a bunch of Amiga games. Ton of UFO 50. I also finished Shin Megami Tensei 5, which took over 100 hours. Oh, who put this in? Red Mages. Good job. Winter Gold. This sounds like Super Nintendo? What does this remind me of? Sounds like dude, it sounds like something. Rare music, maybe? I don't know. I'm blanking. Oh, it's pretty cool, though. Struggling with Weird Dreams? Missed the victory lap? Oh, too bad he missed that Radon. Yeah. I just really wanted to beat Weird Dreams. It took over 50 hours of grinding to beat it. I never intended for it to take 50 hours. Honestly, I thought that it might not be that hard to beat. That was my sense. I really wanted to. Part of the reason why was because, in the Macaw community, it's one of the games that he was, almost practically daring somebody to try to beat. And I was like, I'll do it. I think I can beat it. But I also really like Weird Dreams. What the heck is this? King of Fighters 97. Interesting. Oh. It's got quite an interesting intro. But I remember I get really far in one of my attempts, around the first 10 hours of Weird Dreams, and I felt like I might be close to beating it, but it's just one of those things where it took longer than I thought it would. I never intended for it to take 50 hours. Well, the song's pretty cool. Oh, okay, I see now. The song's pretty cool. Nice. This is a good one. Yeah, this song's awesome. I never really got too much into King of Fighters games. I should play them more. There's a lot of stuff I want to play, though. You guys know that. But, of course, I didn't give up. I just kept playing. It's just you just keep grinding until you do it. Just with the speed run. That's what I did. And we beat it. And it was awesome. Weird Dreams is like a messed up game. The desert area in particular, there's like no consistent strat because the programming is so messed up on those enemies. But we did it. I beat it. I'm happy about it. I do still like the game because it's like such a conceptually cool game. I also really enjoyed reading, like we ended up reading the entire 50-page novella, like over time of playing the game. And that was pretty awesome. That was a good memory from this year. What else did we do? We played a lot of cool games during Variety Month. I want to do Variety Month again. I got to play Emmett on the Sega Saturn, that like English learning Japanese game with like a surprisingly cool storyline, where it's kind of like Benjamin Button. Oh, you put Monokuma's lesson in. Okay, nice. Have you played Danganronpa Red Mages? I'm a big fan of the Danganronpa games. I love those games. What else did I do this year? Of course, a lot of UFO 50. I also played through all of the Elden Ring DLC. That took a while. That was like 100 hours. I played a couple of new games. Like I played Shin Megami Tensei 5. That took 100 hours. But I love Shin Megami Tensei games and it looked good. It was quite good. I'm glad I played it. I played the Elden Ring DLC. That was amazing. And I've been playing UFO 50 now. UFO 50 is the best indie game I've ever played. Bar none. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It actually is the best. I think it surpasses Cave Story for me as just the best indie game. And it came out in 2024. Like, that's amazing. Like, it's an absolutely amazing game. By the guy who made one of my other favorite indie games, Spelunky. Like, Spelunky is amazing too, but Derek, dude, UFO 50 is just incredible. Whoa, this song has gotten like a lot more fantasy-ish. This song's awesome, though. Wow. This song's awesome. Are you only the first one? You want to get to the rest? Yeah, I know. Well, let me tell you something, Red Mages. Get to the rest of them. The first, like, if you think that, like, maybe they won't live up to the first one, they do. In fact, I think the second one is the best. At least play the second one. The second one's incredible. The way that it kind of builds on the first game is incredible. Also, I think that 3R... What is it called again, the third one? 3V? No, I'm sorry, 3V. That game is a little bit more divisive, but personally, I love it, and I consider it to be a must-play. You must play those games. This song's your battle theme? Wow, it's pretty sick. It's awesome. Definitely at least play Danganronpa 2. I also heavily suggest 3R. 3V. And the weird, like, shooter game, Danganronpa, I think it's called Ultra Despair Girls. That one's pretty... I like that one as well. But that one is probably skippable. I think it's worth playing. Like, if you enjoy the games, definitely play it. But if you just don't have time, it is skippable. And even 3V is probably skippable. If you're really into the games, which, you know, you might be because they're amazing, then I think Ultra Despair Girls is worth it. It's really cool for what it is. 3V is worth it. Even the anime, like, there's an anime... The anime that came out that is just simply the first game, but an anime version, that is not really worth your time. It's just simply the first game story retold, but an inferior kind of version that, like, skips a lot of content. I mean, if you really love the first game, it could be worth playing or worth watching. But the Danganronpa 3 anime if you're really into the games, you played 2. You have to play 2 first. That is worth watching. That's pretty entertaining. There's like 2. It's a little bit confusing. When that came out, the Danganronpa 3 anime, there's 2 of them and they came out concurrently. Oh yeah, this song, dude. Danganronpa is one of the secret best modern soundtracks, like modern game soundtracks. It's incredible. The Danganronpa games have some of the best music of anything to come out in the 2010. Period. Like, they're incredible soundtracks. They stack right up with, like, the Phoenix Wright games also have incredible music. The Danganronpa games are, like, right there. They might even be a little bit better, maybe. Like, Ghost Trick has got incredible music. Virtue's Last Reward games are not Zero Escape games have incredible music too, but mainly just the first one. Zero what is it called again? 999. 999 has got an incredible soundtrack. Virtue's Last Reward is not quite, the soundtrack's a bit of a step down. And then the third game is Zero Time Dilemma. Again, more of a step down. Not quite at the level of like Danganronpa or Phoenix Wright games, but dude, the music in these games is extremely good. Especially Danganronpa 2, and to a little bit lesser extent, 3V as well is almost as good. Whoever does the soundtrack for these games, it's incredible. But you have to at least play Danganronpa 2. Danganronpa 2 might be my favorite of the whole series. It's extremely good. It's such a good sequel. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's sickening how good it is. So you must play it, Red Mages. You must play it. So much good music on this soundtrack. I also love the music that is like... It's sort of like Genocider Sio's theme song. It's called Monokuma's Extracurricular Lesson on the soundtrack. I love that song as well. Now, there's so much good music on the soundtrack. It's just insane. Yeah, dude, play it. I'm a big fan of these games. I played all of them, as you can tell. I played all the Danganronpa games. I love them. I'm not actually that big into visual novel games. Like, I think it's because I just don't really care for the relationship ones, like the ones where you like date girls. I just don't. I don't know. I haven't played them that much. A lot of the modern ones on Steam kind of seem bland to me. But I don't think I tried playing the Fate series and I couldn't get into that as much. The ones that are pure visual novel, I haven't been able to get into as much. But the ones that like are sort of hybrid, where they have some gameplay, like Danganronpa, Phoenix Wright, Virtue's Last Reward, or like the Zero Escape series, all those games, they're kind of hybrid because they have a strong emphasis on like puzzle gameplay as well, which is often really well done. Like Danganronpa is kind of like, with its gameplay, it's kind of like Phoenix Wright, but it also has like all these weird mini games as well, which is cool because like it has a really good sense of theming. Like it's got the bullet, like shooting like a gun type of theming, and it's like, I don't know, some of the mini games end up being kind of lame, but like the overall variety is really cool. I don't know. Like, I love all of those games. Those are all my favorite visual novels. But I've never played a visual novel that's pure visual novel without the gameplay that like I've really gotten that into. I want to try the ones that are by the same guy that did Zero Escape. The older games that he made. Like, it's called like, I forget what it's called. It's like Never 7, Ever 11, something like that. It's like, I forget. Like 7, 11, 17, something like that, with those numbers. I'm gonna try those. There's another series, I forget what it's called. There's another series that's also supposed to be really good, but I haven't played them yet. I don't know. Let me try more of them. I find visual novels really hard to stream. Otherwise, I would have streamed more of them. I'd love to stream the Danganronpa games. And the Phoenix Wright games. Maybe I will someday, but I find them really hard to stream. Like, I tried to stream a little bit of Danganronpa 3D, and it's probably just because, like, you have to essentially voice act the entire game. If you're streaming it, it becomes extremely work intensive, basically. Oh, dude, the Phoenix Wright games are so good. They are so good. You gotta play them. Oh, this is one of the songs I used for the intro of this stream. Here's a good song from Super R-Type. Yeah, dude, Phoenix Wright games are so good. I want to play more R-Type games as well. I have finished Super R-Type. I think it might be the only R-Type game I've finished is Super R-Type. I think I finished R-Type 3 as well, but not on stream. Those are both the Super Nintendo ones. I never finished the arcade. Apparently the arcade R-Type is, like, it's insanely hard. Maybe we should try playing it one of these days. But I love R-Type games. R-Type's always been one of my favorite shmups. Because of, like, the aesthetics and stuff. Like the Guts, the Giger stuff, you know. But, yeah, Danganronpa games have some of the best writing of any video game, as far as I'm concerned. Like, extremely good writing. Very, very good localizations. The gameplay is really good. The style of puzzle solving, where it's, like, about finding contradictions, is, to me, I find it to be, like, genius. It's really, really fun. And then, you know, people will complain, like, oh, well, you know, once in a while, there's something that you have to do that doesn't make sense, or, like, the thing that you want to do is not acceptable as, like, they're looking for a specific thing, and there's something else, like, the thing that you want to do, like, doesn't work, you know, like that. But, like, usually, like, it's hard to design puzzles like that, where it's, like, 100% logically consistent, but I still find it to be, like, extremely fun. I love the puzzle solving. I love the style of it. It's perfect for a lawyer game. I'm sure that Phoenix Wright games have to be the best games ever made, having anything to do with lawyers. They're just so good. By the way, the anime and the live action stuff is not nearly as good. You gotta play the games. By far, the games are the best way to get the Phoenix Wright stories. Don't even bother with the anime. The anime is mediocre at best. And the live action stuff, like the movie or whatever, is okay. But you definitely don't want to do that first. You gotta play the games. It's kind of the same with Danganronpa as well. The French Connection. Oh, well, have fun, Red Maid. That's awesome. I love The French Connection. That's an amazing movie. Alright, dude. Later, have fun. French Connection's so good. That's an amazing 70s, like, action thriller movie. That's, like, one of the best car movies ever made, dude. The French Connection is such a good movie. Gene Hackman is, like, oh good in that movie. He's, like, so out of control cop. Chasing down perps. Oh man, the chase sequence through Chicago. Like, I live in Chicago as well, so, like, there's a chase sequence that happens, like, in Chicago, like, around, like, the L trains, like, in cars. It's, like, still, like, one of the most thrilling car chase sequences ever made. It's incredible. Oh, dude, such a good movie. I'll go back and watch that again. I want to watch more praise 70s movies. They're so good. Oh! Alright. Let's focus on finishing this page. I'm winding down a little bit. I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm winding down. So, a page is getting done, so that's good. Oh yeah, this is gonna be like all in black. I forgot. I gotta put like outlines. these panels. Whoops, I totally forgot. Excuse me. Oh. This music from Jewel Master. Really, really good Genesis soundtrack. Very good Genesis game as well. Oh, song requests are still active if anybody wants to put songs in. Oh boy, man, I suddenly feel kind of tired now. What time is it? 9? I just want to yawn. Let me try to finish this page. Well, I talked about the Philippines. Talked about the fact that I'm getting married. I talked about briefly like the hospitalization this year. I talked about conventions. I talked about all the video games I played this year. Always an important part of historical discussion. Yeah, dude, so much stuff happened this year. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happens. And you know what? To me, it was a good year. I enjoyed it. It was a good year. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy with the year. I don't really know what's going on with the world. Don't care so much. But for me, it was good. For me, it was good. Oh. And man, you know what? I mean, of course, it's hard not to think about it because this has been dominating all my streams for the last month. But like UFO 50, just, again, so good. Shockingly good. Shockingly good indie game to come out this year. I never would have imagined that in the year 2024. You know, I'm so negative about indie games and like modern games. Never would have imagined like a game would come out that would be like that would capture my imagination as much as UFO 50. UFO 50. Can't talk. Shockingly good. It's just incredible. Please play William Shatner's It Was a Very Good Year to celebrate. I wonder if I can do you think that would get a mute? I suppose we could try it. I have Shatner on the mount on my stream. That one is tested. Should not get... William Shatner's It Was a Very Good Year. That probably wouldn't get a mute, right? Be okay. Affiliate from the official William Shatner page. I'm a little bit scared. I feel like it's going to get a mute. Alright. Alright. You know what? Just in case the stream gets muted now, I'm going to say goodbye. Bye, everyone. And then we're just gonna kind of bide our time a little bit. All right. The stream may be muted now. I don't know. We're gonna be playing William Shatner's It Was a Good Year pretty soon. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if maybe I should save that for the end of the stream. Then I can cut it off. Oh yeah, dude. What if I play it at the end of the stream? That way, if it gets a Twitch complaint, I can chop it off the stream. How about that, huh? All right, that's what I'm gonna play it at the end. I'm gonna play it at the end. I'm gonna save it, okay? Let's stick to like video game songs that we know won't mute my stream. Good suggestion though. Consider it, Deed. I appreciate it. I'm just so paranoid about like Twitch muting my stream though. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not the biggest deal in the world if a stream gets muted, but like I just don't want any of the. I want to avoid it as much as possible. Like I just hate it. Like it's more of like an anal thing, you know? Like I just really don't want to have a stream have that thing where like Twitch says like it's parts of this video has been muted for like it just annoys me. Like the video gets grayed out, has like a little warning thing on top of it, and it makes it. I just don't like it. Even beyond the fact that like part of the stream is muted, like I don't like how like the video gets like grayed out and has that little warning thing on top of it. It annoys me. You'll play on the stream? I'll play it at the end. I'll play it at the end of the stream. Inconsiderate Deed, how was your year? Did you have a good year? How was it? Give me your year review. Dude, more Jewel Master music. This is a really good one, too. Fish Out of Water from Jewel Master. Oh. Mario Paint music. I don't want to hear the Mario Paint music right now. Street Fighter Alpha 2 music. Saddam stage. I could listen to that. I wonder if I'm the only person that like loves the Saddam theme. Street Fighter Alpha. I always really like this theme for some reason. It was a year somewhat similar to 2023. That's true. True for me as well. I suspect 2025 will continue the trends. I agree. Well, for me, in particular, it's going to be pretty different because I'm going to be married. And I'm going to have a Filipino wife coming here. Live with me in America. So I think it might get pretty different. But that's just me. Otherwise, I will still be streaming and playing video games. I'll still be drawing comics and all the usual stuff. But I agree with one thing. It was a year. It was definitely a year. Oh, this song. Why do I like this song? I'll tell you why I like this song so much. Like this, actually, like the main part of the song is kind of just like whatever. But like it's just like this part coming up here. Wait, hold on a second. Here it is. It's coming up. Coming up. Right here. Do 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 do. I love this part. Do do do. I just love that part. That's the whole reason. I just love that part of this song. Oh, this is good. Do you guys like Space Channel 5? I still have not properly played the sequel. I need to play it. I need to stream this game someday. It's just like it's such a hard game. And it also probably suffers from input delay issues like other rhythm games. But I love the music in this game so much. I love the motif. I love the music. I love the presentation of the game and the theming of it.
and the character designs. Dude, everything about this game is so good. It's just kind of hard to play. Even playing it on the original console is pretty tough because it's so strict with timings and stuff. So I'm sure it must be really hard to stream, but man, I gotta stream this game sometime anyway. Just so good. This is the song that plays when you fight one of the final bosses, like the evil reporter. It's like she's a clone of you. Evola. I love, and like this is her specific music. I love it. Wait, I think this is the really good part coming up. Hold on a second. Yeah. Do 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 do. Oh my god. This is so good. Especially as rhythm game music. Like, I think to get the full impact, you have to play it. You have to hear the song in game, but man, it's so good. I gotta stream Space Channel 5 sometime. I gotta stream it. I have to do it sometime. Just such a good game. Such a good rhythm game. The same goes for Parappa the Rapper as well. Parappa's amazing. And I've never played Gitaru Man, but I need to play that too as well. Gitaru Man, like, Parappa Lammy is amazing. Dude, what other rhythm games are amazing? Most of them are from the PS1 era. The really, really good ones. Or I guess this is kind of more PS2. They originally was Dreamcast. I played the PS2 version. Should probably try the Dreamcast version. Just see what the difference is. Anyway. Space Channel 5. Yeah, there's some really good rhythm games. There's also like the Busta Groove games. Those have got some really good music. The thing with those rhythm games, the music games from the PS1 era, it's just, or PS2 in some cases, they just have extremely good music, which is like the main thing for a rhythm game. Like the DDR games and like what's that one with like the green-haired girl? I forget. The green-haired girl with the twin pigtails are all her rhythm games. You know, those are, I guess those are good as well. Maybe those are good too, but kind of just depends on like the songs that are in those games. Which is like, it varies, you know. Should probably play Appleseed again in the Super Nintendo. Like, that's such an entertaining, interesting game. It's so weird. This music is so good. The music from the final stage of this game is so good. I mean, the whole soundtrack is incredible for this game. It's such a weird game. It's so brutally difficult, and the stage design is so insane. And it's kind of badly designed in a lot of ways, but man, what a good soundtrack and kind of an interesting game. Like, it's one of those games that's very interesting. And it's like extremely, like, its level design is so insane that it just makes it interesting. Gotta play Appleseed again. Oh. This is good end of the year music. This sounds like end of 2024. Yeah, I'll play this game again one of these days. I need to stream these games as well. Oh, there's so many games I need to stream. Corandia games. I love Corandia 1. I still never played Corandia 2 or 3. These, like, Westwood PC DOS, like, point-and-click adventure games that are kind of in the style of King's Quest. They've got such good music. I'd love to play through the first game again, and I'd love to try the second and third games because I never tried them. Yeah, the music's so good for these games. So many games to play. I still have to try to play more games in 2025. Whenever I'm like done with UFO 50, which is going to take a while, but that's okay. All the games that contain villains named Malcolm must be played. What are the games containing villains named Malcolm? If they're played by the actor Malcolm McDowell, does that count? Oh, this part of the song is so good. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you play as... Malcolm is like the name of the jester. He's like an evil magical jester who's the villain of the first game. But he becomes the main character, like he becomes the hero of the third game. The third game you play as Malcolm. He's the villain in the first game. Second game you play as the blonde lady, Xanthia is her name, who like makes the potions in the first game. Apparently that game's like a hidden gem. I haven't the second game. And the third game seems kind of weird where you play as the jester Malcolm. I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm curious what the story line is like for that game. The Corandia games are... It's just, you know, like they're DOS games I really want to go back and play. Like, I've got a bunch of DOS games I still want to play. Of course, we did do... I forgot to mention when we were doing, like, the 2024 video game review. But another thing I did this year was I played a bunch of classic DOS games that I've been wanting to play. I played Warcraft 1 and 2. I played Doom. I played Wolfenstein 3D. Doom and Doom 2, the original DOS versions. I played Dune 1 and Dune 2. They're both very interesting games in their own right, like Dune 2, the prototypical RTS game. And I played Diablo 1 and 2 on stream. Like, that was pretty interesting to like play both Diablo games in single player modes. That was pretty awesome. All of that took like more than a month to do all that, but like that was pretty enjoyable playing all those classic DOS games. Pretty damn enjoyable. There was some good gaming in 2024. You play the first two, you're anti-jester. Uh-oh. My main character of this comic is a jester, you know. Uh-oh. Could be a problem. Well, I'm not anti-jester, so I will play all three of the Corandia games at some point, but man, I have so many games to play. Insane. I've been thinking about what to play after UFO 50. Well, first of all, I may take a little break from UFO 50 for the coming New Year celebrations. I've been thinking about doing like a big stream for New Year's Day. And I kind of want to play, like, a couple of years ago I played, well, it was back when I had COVID a couple of years ago, which happened to be on New Year's Day. For the entire day, I did a full 6 stream of Kingsfield 2, played through the entire game, took like 15 hours in one day. I'm thinking about trying to do the same with Kingsfield 3 this year, which is the one Kingsfield I haven't streamed. I played all of them, but... Oh, thanks, Igasuri. But you're right, she is not Malcolm. I'm sure she's much cooler than Malcolm, so... that works out okay. Thanks for reading it, I appreciate it. Do 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 do. Oh, some Darius Twin music. What was I saying? Yeah, I just have a lot of games to play, that's all. I have so many games I want to play. But there was a lot of fun stuff accomplished in 2024. I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. Do. And there will be more fun gaming in 2025. More games played. Any games you'd like to see streamed in Consider It Deed in the coming year? Oh. So I might play, I don't know. We'll see if I can make it work, but I might try to do a New Year's Day stream of Kingsfield 3. So sort of a break from UFO 50. Oh, Fliptendo? Oh, okay. Yeah, I do want to get back to Fliptendo. I do. For sure. I wanted to do more Fliptendo. That's one of the things I wanted to do more of this year, but we did some, you know. Ultimately, it's just going to have to do... there's too much stuff I want to play. So... we'll have to settle for like Fliptendo every once in a while, but it will return, and we'll keep working our way through the 800s. Someday, hopefully, to get to 900 and maybe even 1,000. You know, we'll see. But returning to Fliptendo is definitely one of the things I want to do because it's been a while now. After UFO 50, I want to play more PC-98 games. I want to play more Amiga games, of course. And, you know, more DOS games like the ones, like, you know, like point-and-click adventure games like I mentioned. Aside from the Carandia games, there's a bunch of stuff on DOS I like to play. But something else that comes to mind is Lollipop. That platformer Lollipop, I really want to play that. So I think we have to make that happen soon. And, you know, a couple other, like, there's a couple other really cool DOS games I'd like to play that won't take too much time. Well, you know what, Inconsider It Deed? As far as I'm concerned, they pretty much have. I mean, sure, Steam is flooded with new games, like, every week. But they mostly all suck, or are just games that I'm not interested in, so... they mostly don't make games I want to play. So I'm already kind of in that state. Like, I'm not worried about new games too much. But then something like UFO 50 comes along, and it's amazing. And I have to sink hundreds of hours into it. Because I just want to, you know? It's like, it's just like, seems like the thing to do. I want to get 50 cherries, I just really want to. So I gotta do it. And it's been really fun. I mean, Divers was so much... like, not every game in UFO 50 is super fun, but... they're mostly all good, at least. Some of them are really hard. Some of them are kind of a grind, but you have like games like Divers that are just like super fascinating, super fun, super interesting. Dude, Divers was like such a fun game to play through. Divers. I really, really like Divers. Like the perfect RPG. Like short, bite-sized. You can play through it in like 8 hours. Just pure concentrated fun. It's got a great sense of mystery and intrigue. It's just awesome. Like what a really awesome RPG. Divers. Might have been nice if you could have somehow unlocked a third inventory slot, a third equipment slot. Might have been nice, but you know, aside from that, loved it. So good. Mr. Leo, Mr. Leo, you've woken up from your trance. Did you hear the Star Ocean music I played earlier? I hope so. Any games I'm planning for 2025? Yeah. Well, you know what? Here. As you know, I have my plan sheet. And this is pretty much what I'm planning. You can see it says December UFO 50. January is probably just going to be more UFO 50. I've got a bunch of stuff listed here for January, but like, and I probably won't. I probably will break up UFO 50 with like a couple of other games here and there. Like I want to do for New Year's, maybe a playthrough of King's Field 3. Maybe a couple other games here and there. But for the most part, I really want to finish UFO 50. Oh, did you hear it? That's good, Miss Lee. I hope you enjoyed it. I wonder if it's the same as the very ambitious list. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm like, that's not all gonna happen. That's just ideas. Those are just ideas. Where's my song request? Where'd they go? Here we go. How about some Danganronpa music? We were talking about that earlier. These are all things I want to do. I want to replay Earthworm Jim. I want to play Oh No on PS1. I want to play more Yakuza games, Armored Core games, Vanillaware games. I want to play the rest of the Shadowrun games, Phantasy Star games, Mana games. There's a bunch of Mana games I haven't played. I'm mainly just played Seiken Densetsu 2 and 3. More Tomb Raiders, more Raymans, more treasure games. I want to play more, like I was talking about a second ago, more music games like Parappa the Rapper 1 and 2, Jammer Lammy. Also Space Channel 5, you can add to that as well. 32X games. Yeah, there's so many games. Persona 1 and 2. Yes, it does sound good. I was kind of waiting for that Persona 1 fan translation to be done. I don't know if it's done. I haven't checked in a while. I have no idea if that's done or not. But when it is, I really want to play that. I want to do a replay of Persona 2 on stream. A lot of PS3 games I want to play, like Dragon's Crown, El Shaddai. I have arcade 1CCs I want to keep working on. Remember the Roston 1CC? I would still really like to get a 1CC in Roston. And then other ones I'd like to work on, maybe like Osmond and Kadash. That would be fun. I'd like to play more of the Dragon Slayer games. There's so many games I want to play. There's some new games I want to play, like Rain Code, Lies of P, Mario Wonder. There's just so many games I want to play. I mean, take a look at this list. Also, if you scroll to the right here, you can see, like, these here are more immediate games I want to play. Then over here, I have like lists of stuff that are in mind as stuff that I might want to play at some point, but they're not immediately planned. But you never know. Like I might just get the urge to play one of these things on this list, or something that's not even on the list. There's a ton of stuff here. I have it listed by system, and then to the right over here, I have lists of other stuff I want to play, like horror games. I have lists of Diablo likes I might want to check out at some point. There's tons of stuff here. You can check out the plan sheet. So, yeah, like after UFO 50, there's a billion things I want, and more Flipendo as well. There's a billion things I want to play. I don't know what I would. Oh yeah, 3D Dot. No, I didn't. I never played 3D Dot Game Heroes. I've never played it. I want to. The Game Boy Dragon Slayer. Yeah, yes. That's different from... You're not thinking of Game Boy Dragon's Lair, right? Game Boy Dragon Slayer is it's a Dragon Slayer game in Game Boy that looks surprisingly cool. People who love Octopath 2. Yeah, dude, as much as I want to play Octopath 2, it's just hard to fit it in. It's a 100+ hour game. It's just so hard to fit those in, you know? I don't know what my next big RPG is going to be, but we'll have to see. Beyond the Labyrinth. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of games. I don't know, Mr. Leo, what would you like to see me stream? What of all this stuff, like, what's got you most excited? You tell me, Mr. Leo. The people must speak. Beyond the Labyrinth? So what was that again? What is Beyond the Labyrinth? Is that like a more modern? Was that Dungeon Crawler? Ah, okay. That was like one of these like more modern dungeon crawlers, wasn't it? I have it on my modern dungeon crawler list here. Beyond the Labyrinth, Stranger of the Sword City. These are all Steam dungeon crawlers that looked like they could be interesting. Oh, it's a 3DS game. Oh. Well, they're all like more modern dungeon crawlers, I guess. No, Beyond the Labyrinth, okay. I still need to play more Etrian Odyssey games as well. I've only ever played Etrian Odyssey 1. There's a lot of dungeon crawler games I'd like to play, but, you know, those take a lot of time as well. Ah, yeah. Kind of like Etrian Odyssey. I love this song from Danganronpa 3V. Okay. You played that one, Mr. Leo? 3DS game? I'd have to look at it more. It's on my list. I must have thought it looked interesting. I don't really know. Like, all of these games here, Beyond the Labyrinth, Stranger of Sword City, Rage Against, Mary Skelter, Soul Sacrifice. Soul Sacrifice that's not a dungeon crawler, actually. I think that's like a Monster Hunter type game. But it's one of the ones that's, if I'm thinking of the right game, that's one of the ones that's sort of like a secret hidden gem that people really like, I guess. I had that on Vita and I lost my Vita. So I'm gonna have to emulate it, I guess. You almost bought Zenki Zero, but you knew you wouldn't get to it anytime soon. Aw, dude. Well, you know what, Mr. Leo? If I could just give you a little push, you should get it. You should get Zenki Zero. Zenki Zero's gotta be one of the coolest, most original dungeon crawlers ever made. Like, it's insane. It's a very good game. The soundtrack could maybe be a bit better, but other than that, it's got a really intriguing story. The mechanics are extremely unique and cool, just like super novel and interesting. It's gotta be the best modern dungeon crawler. Look, I know there's a lot of good ones. The Etrian Odyssey games are good, but I think that Zenki Zero is like, it's such a cool game. It's incredible. So, I don't know. I hope that you get around to getting it. Oh, this one? Did you introduce me to this one, Sir Leo? The Dragon's Earth song? So is that you? I thought that maybe I was introduced to this song from the Legacy Music Hour, but it could have been you, I guess. Yeah, Dragon's Earth. Oh, you heard it from Legacy Music Hour, really? Well, this song's incredible, man. It makes me want to play Dragon's Earth. This song is one of the best Super Nintendo songs. Like, this would make it onto a list of best Super Nintendo songs. This song's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Like, this is right up there with the best Chrono Trigger music, the best Secret of Mana music. This is this incredible song. Absolutely incredible song. I love this song. I love it. It'll probably never leave my playlist. Well, thanks for introducing it to me because it's like one of my favorite songs ever. I've never played either. I've looked at it. It looks like some sort of like weird. It's either like a strategy game or like a town building game. But I like to play it just because of the music. Right. Yeah. No, I think it's a strategy game. Another game I really want to play just because of the soundtrack and hearing it from Legacy Music Hour is that game, Super Nintendo game, Adventures of Horai High School, which is apparently some kind of like funny RPG. Just because the soundtrack is so good, I really want to play that game. We got to play that at some point. That's another one. I don't even think that's on my list. Is that on my Super Nintendo list? It should be. I don't even think it's on here. Well, I'm putting it on my list right now. We could play that. I bet it's a pretty cool game. It's such a good soundtrack. Super expensive Super Famicom game. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't need to collect it. I only need to play it, and I can emulate, so I don't have to worry about that. I just really want to play it. I wonder if Skittles has ever played that one. It seems like it'd be like a very fun and charming RPG. It's like, oh, here we go. There it is. That just came up randomly. Nice. The music is so charming in this game, like, and not just this track, like every track is so good. Like, listen to this. So it's like an RPG, but it's like you play as high school kids. I'm guessing like some sort of like Yu Yu Hakusho style, like 80s style, like Japanese punks with like the pompadours and stuff, which I love that style of designs. Something like that, and like go around and like fight. It's like, it seems like it might be kind of Earthbound-ish. I don't know, like fight aliens or something. I don't really know, but it seems like it'd be probably awesome. Really want to play it. This, I mean, if nothing else, I want to play it for the soundtrack because the sound. Let's just listen to the sound. It's so good. This song is one of the best songs. Yu Yu Hakusho Super Famicom games, the fighting ones. I have not. I think I've messed with them like a tiny bit, but not too much. Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this, Mr. Leo, but Macaw, a couple of years ago, he did a Yu Yu Hakusho retrospective. He played every single Yu Yu Hakusho game that exists. And I watched that. So there's like Yu Yu Hakusho games for... There's a number of games for Super Famicom, TurboGrafx 16, Genesis. There's a number of like weird fighting games. Super Famicom has got one of the more unique fighting games. It's like trying to be like a cinematic fighting game. So I guess it's a little bit similar to the Bastard fighting game on Super Famicom. But it's very unique. Like it's trying to be cinematic. It's like very, yeah, I know that Macaw. He's my favorite streamer for the last 5 or 6 years or so. And there's a bunch of other, like there's a bunch on Super Nintendo. There's PS1. I think there's a 3DO. Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game. They're mostly fighting games, but they're like all different from each other. There's some that are more conventional. There's also like a DS Yu Yu Hakusho game that it's a really, really bad looking strategy game. It's really tedious, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics like. There's like another one that's like an adventure game, but it has these really ugly pre-rendered graphics. I think that's for like GBA. Like the more modern ones look really, really bad. Like they're all really, really bad looking. The modern Yu Yu Hakusho ones. Like one for DS, one for GBA. But the ones for like 16-bit systems all look awesome. I think there's like 15 or something total, like all Yu Yu Hakusho games. Yeah. Flip side, yeah. You like I know, like it's so funny when he like says my name. I love it when I get called out. I have garnered some attention by being like the guy who's like finished Weird Dreams, and you know I played some other like Macaw favorite games like Enemy Tempest of Violence, and it's not a game that Macaw likes, but it's a game that's like infamous that he played through, Zeliard. Except I actually like it. And like a bunch of Amiga games, some other games like that. But probably mostly known for like as the Weird Dreams guy, but yeah, I've garnered a little bit of attention. Claymore? Yeah, I've always been aware of Claymore as like one of the sort of like, it's sort of a Berserk-ish kind of manga / anime. It looks cool, but I just never got around to it. Oh, it's awful. That's too bad. Yeah, like DS and GBA as well have a lot of shovelware. There's a lot of games, like there's a lot of Dragon Ball games for portable systems that are like made by Western companies. They're like all just kind of shovelware garbage. Yeah, he has actually been he's been in the chat several times. Yeah, you can look at clips from Shadow of the Colossus, not Shadow of the Colossus, Shadow of the Beast 2. I think he made a Shadow of the Beast 2 clip. He was in here for like some of that, and he's been in here a couple times, and I've gotten rated by him like 5 or 6 times now. Yeah, I really appreciate his game taste. He's introduced me to like so many cool games. Like I have to thank him because he's really increased my knowledge of like Japanese computer games, old like DOS games from like various countries that look cool. Like just so many interesting games that we've never known about. His game collection is very impressive. A lot of the games some of the games he plays, he owns. It's very impressive indeed. And like he finds like really interesting, cool games to like check out, and a lot of the stuff he plays is stuff that I would want to play. Like I just appreciate his game taste. Like it's uncommonly good. I mean, to be honest, personally, I don't really respect most people's taste in games. I'm more of a retro gamer. I gravitate like people that like retro games. We always have something in common, but a lot of people don't really go. When it comes to retro games, a lot of people don't explore a lot. They don't explore all the various oceans of the Macaw. This is a Macawism, but like biomes of game. That's such a good one. Like so many different like area, like old, like when it comes to retro games, like you have old Japanese games, you have Korean games, you have like, old PC games, like old various consoles, various computers. There's just so many like cool games that you can check, and like so much, like to me, like there's just so much stuff I want to check out. There's so much stuff that looks cool. And a lot of people, even retro gamers, kind of stick with their stuff that they're used to. But I like to go off the beaten path when it comes to retro games. When it comes to modern games, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, he's probably played about 30 hours of UFO 50. He had like 4 UFO 50 streams. He played quite a bit of it, but I've played more of it than he has. But yeah, no, I was introduced to UFO 50 from the Macaw stream. I probably would have found out about it from some other way because it's fairly well known, I guess, among in retro circles. I'm sure I would have found out about it, but I was introduced to it through Macaw. All the indie stuff that has come out this year that looks interesting to me, I've been introduced to through Macaw. Like otherwise I don't really bother to keep up with new stuff. I just kind of ignore it. But the type of indie stuff that I like is the type of stuff that the Macaw checks out. Like we have somewhat similar tastes, you know. So that works for me. Like that's pretty much all I need. Oh. All right, I finished this page. Finish the page. Mr. Leo, I did it. Let's see. I need to do a piece of art for New Year's. Maybe I'll do that now. Because I don't have time to work on another page, but... Oh! I'll do a little bit more art. Ugh. I do one page at a time, yeah. Oh, a day? I'm not quite that prolific to do one page a day. There have been times when I have, but usually I do. Well, my schedule is to do 3 pages a week. But usually I stick to 3 pages a week. Alright, I'm gonna do a piece of art for New Year's. Let's see. Whoa, this song is really good. Wow, Tetris Plus Game Boy version. I think I heard this one on Legacy Music Hour as well. You know, like, I used to listen to a lot of podcasts. I used to be a really big podcast person, but I've kind of edited out a lot of I used to listen to like all the Kevin Smith podcasts, and eventually I kind of got sick of all, I just got sick of those because they were really repetitive. There was like movie podcasts I used to listen to, but like these days I don't care about new movies, so I kind of edited those out. Other podcasts I just don't find, like, I just got bored of, or for whatever reason they just don't really gel with me anymore. So like, oh, the Comedy Bang. I used to be really big into the Comedy Bang Bang as like my favorite comedy podcast, but it sucked the last couple of years. Like it just kind of got worse and worse, so I gave up on it. But I still love the early episodes. Like they're still amazing. I just don't like the modern ones. I still listen to the early ones. Retronauts, I do not listen. Yeah, that's another one that I gave up on. For a while, I was pretty into Retronauts, but I just found that I got bored with it. I don't really, just generally, like, the only personality on there that I really appreciated, that I really liked, was just Jeremy Parrish. But even him, I got kind of a little bit bored of. The thing is, like, with the Retronauts, like, I don't really, I kind of grew past, I think it's because of Macaw. I just kind of grew past their opinions. I don't really appreciate, I feel like the people that they get on to talk about retro games are not my kind of people. They're not people that like truly appreciate these games. Like a lot of times they talk about retro games like a curiosity, like, well, these games, well, I mean, I don't know, these sure are interesting curiosities. I wouldn't play them, but they're interesting. It's like that kind of feeling, you know? Like I gravitate more to people that like genuinely love the games than like people that like regard them as some sort of like museum curiosity, you know?
So like, yeah, like that's, I don't know, Retronauts it just kind of outgrew. How did this get made? Oh, that's another one from the Earwolf Network. Oh yeah, I used to listen to that too. That was another one that was pretty good. I particularly like, what's his name, who is also a frequent Comedy Bang Bang guest. What is his name? That dude, he's really funny. Jason Mantzoukas. Yes, Mantzoukas, yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. But I like him more in Comedy Bang Bang. I never really... That podcast is funny for a while, but, you know. I don't know. Like... Yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to listen to podcasts about people talking about like old movies these days because like there's too much of like stuff coming from like a perspective of like, oh, this movie from the 80s, oh man, it's so objectionable or whatever. Like, oh, it's so of its time. I can't stand stuff like that. I can't stand that. So I find it hard to listen to modern people talking about old movies. I just find it hard to listen to. Parrish puts out lots of videos. Yeah, I know he's working on his Game Boy project. It was kind of like Crontendo for Game. That's another one that I used to love Crontendo. Now I like kind of just can't stand it anymore because it became. But you know that about Crontendo. What exactly is a street fight? Oh yeah. Jason's right. Well, I mean, dude, Jason's awesome. Jason makes it. Yeah, he's awesome. But again, like, I find him funnier on like earlier episodes of Comedy Bang Bang than I do these days. Like more modern comedy stuff, I just can't really. I can't find anything that I like anymore. Like modern comedy stuff just doesn't work for me anymore. Like I can listen to the older stuff, I just can't listen to like modern stuff. Or I haven't found anything that I like anyway. So I mainly like Red Letter Media. That's another thing. Well, the problem with Red Letter Media, I still like Red Letter Media. Like I might watch the odd one here and there. I don't really want to watch them talk about modern stuff because I'm just not interested. I still enjoy when they like do like their video, like their what do they call it? Like the wheel of the worst and stuff like that. But even that, I don't know. Yeah. That stuff is still good. Although I haven't really watched it in a while. But that stuff is still good. And like I like when they review stuff, but I don't know. I haven't watched that stuff in a while. Like I don't know. Maybe I got a bit bored of it, but even that I've fallen out of like a little. I'm not really keeping up with the new Red Letter Media anymore. Not as much. It's been a couple months since I've watched any. Yes, I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty picky about like watching. As much as I have a lot of media that I want to watch, that I like want to catch up on, it's mostly like older stuff. I don't really want to listen to podcasts or watch videos about people talking about stuff from like a modern perspective, because usually I just get depressed by it, or I just don't gel with it, or just like I find it strange. So I just don't like even Red Letter Media. I don't quite enjoy as much as I used to. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, you know, I just don't gel with stuff as much as I used to. Red Letter Media is still good. I just, you know, I have other stuff that is more consumes my time. It gets Guapa Viewer. Hello. Hey guys, it's Guapa Viewer. Guapa Viewer, guys, I'm gonna confess to you, Guapa Viewer is my fiance. I am marrying this woman. Well, you can't help what you like. Yeah, I mean, you can't. You know, the thing is, Mr. Leo, you can always try to be more open-minded. You could try to open your mind and like get into something more. You know, you could try to broaden your horizons, broaden your perspective. But do you need to do that? You don't. You know, when you're overwhelmed, here's the thing: the reason that you don't do that is because, or the reason I don't do that is because I am overwhelmed with media that I like. Like, I've got tons of stuff to watch that I like. You know, I don't need stuff that I'm kind of on the fence of. That's the thing. It's like these days, Mr. Leo, I'm always looking to edit things out because there's just too much. That was the problem with podcasts. I used to be a big podcast listener, and I found that it was just too hard to keep up with them. I was listening to too many, so I would kind of be like, okay, I'm tired of this Kevin Smith podcast. It's out. And then this one's out. And then pretty soon, like, all Kevin Smith is done. Like, you know, I get his shtick. You know, there's repetitive quality where it's like you hear the same stories over and over again. It's like, I don't need to listen to this anymore. It's out. You know? Okay, like this comedy show, I still like it, but like it's not quite speaking to me like it used to. It's out. It's like, because, you know, like I have enough trouble just keeping up with the stuff I like, you know? There's too much. It's not I'm not starved for media. Because all media is a sea, it's an ocean. It's an ocean of media, you know? Happy New Year, Guapa viewer. Guapa viewer, I love you. Just want you to know that. It's a sea of media. Mr. Leo, do you find that like you have too much? Do you find that it's hard to keep up with all the stuff you want to like all the media you want to consume? You know, like games, movies, TV shows, and again, like I was about to say, like the thing with old media and new media is it's all the same. It's just media. That means that new stuff competes with the old stuff. So if the stuff I'd rather watch is old stuff, that's what I'll watch. You know? And I know that like a lot of people sort of feel this like social pressure. It's kind of like water cooler pressure, except, you know, that metaphor is old because nobody talks around a water cooler anymore at work. But it's kind of like that. It's like there's this social pressure to like keep up with the new stuff. Like, I've got to keep up with the new movies and new TV shows so I can talk about it with my friends, you know? But I don't, if you can get away from that, it's kind of freeing, you know? I don't need that. I do not need to watch any new thing ever to talk about it with my friends. Because, like, I mostly associate with, like, my circle of people that I associate with, like, all people that like old stuff. Generally. Guapa viewer is my fiance. Yes, she is the flip fiance. I like the way you say that. That is true. Guys, that's my fiance. And you know what? She's beautiful. And she's the most amazing person in the world. You're only allowed to be focusing on your own media. Books, music. Yeah, there's always too much. So, like, if something, what I'm saying, like, I'm not, like, against new stuff in principle. It's just that new stuff has to compete with all other media. Like, if something comes along that's amazing, I'll get into it. To me, I'll get into it. Like, UFO 50 is a new release. It's a new game from 2024, and it's incredible. So I'm happy to devote hundreds of hours of my life to it. But it needs to be incredible. Like, that's what you're competing with. So, most things that are new just don't live up to that. Movies, TV shows, games, they can't compete. You know? That's why I mostly play old games, watch older movies, and consume older media. Because it's just like, it's just better. It's just what I'm more interested in. Like, that's it. It's all one big sea. It's all one big media sea. Exactly. If you can't follow the new things, how can companies get more money out of you? Well, they can still get money out of you. Like, you know, they can monetize older stuff. But of course, in many cases, I'm like downloading stuff or whatever, you know. Hey, I mean, I paid for UFO 50. I'm happy to support that. I want to pay more for it, to be honest. It's entirely based on old games. No, Mr. Leo. That's not completely fair. Certainly UFO 50 takes a lot of inspiration from older games with like its look, its meta narrative is that they're supposed to be games from the 80s, but it has a lot of modern design in it. It's doing a lot of stuff that's original, and it has a lot of like it may be in hello.
I can wait.
What's up?
Finish your thought.
Go ahead. What? No, it's okay. What's up?
Oh, it's a little bit of a hallmark for you for the first time. There's a piece of mail for you from your cousin Mary in Sacramento.
Okay.
It's not just for you.
Oh.
It's for you and Donna.
Oh, is it? What is it? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll.
It's your very first letter addressed to.
Oh, my very first letter addressed to Brian and Donna. Wow. Thank you. Is Guapa Viewer still here? Guapa Viewer, are you still here? Look, the very first letter addressed to Brian and Donna. Wow. Oh, it has my address on it. I guess I shouldn't show it on stream, but who cares anyway? Who cares? Like anything's gonna happen. I don't care. But I won't show it in stream. Guys, just forget you saw that, okay? Anyway, Season's greetings. Wow. Let's see what's in here. Brian and Donna. That's my fiance. Wishing you joy all throughout the season. Merry Christmas. Love, Mary Jane. That's my cousin. Wow, boy. I know. Yeah. But now maybe you're gonna go back to the VOD and like look at it, and then you're gonna like probably end up stalking me right on. And that's gonna be pretty cool because I could use some stalkers, you know, they were good status symbols. Yeah. No, but you know, UFO 50 it is obviously like it's heavily inspired. It takes a lot of inspiration from old games, but it also is like it's extremely progressive, like in terms of like coming up with like new ideas. Like honestly, UFO, you can say that UFO. The thing with UFO 50 is like, in terms of originality and innovation, it puts most games on Steam to shame. Like there's so much creativity, originality in that you just don't see. So. I mean, that's one of the reasons it's so cool. It is a lot of effort. No, I agree. I agree right on. It's probably too much effort. So yeah, you don't need to stalk anybody. Dude, like, there's so much work to stalk somebody. Oh well. Maybe one of these days I'll get a cool stalker. We can only hope. You only hope that happens. So yeah, what was I saying, guys? That's what a wife is for. Yeah, I guess a wife is kind of like a stalker that you invite into your home. Or maybe a husband is. That's sure. I love that song from Final Fantasy XI. Alright, what are this? Oh, dude, how about Metroid 2 music? That's good. Is this song actually kind of quiet? It's actually kind of quiet. I'll turn it up a little bit. I can tell it's quiet. I have played Metroid 2 on stream. I played the first 3 Metroid games on stream. Big fan of the original Metroid trilogy. I should probably play Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, and the Metroid Prime games on stream as well. At some point. Metroid Prime 1 is quite good. I have still not played Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Apparently Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. I'm a little skeptical as to whether it'll actually be good, but I might be interested. Oh yeah, Metroid. Other Metroid games, I don't really care about. I don't care about remakes of Metroid 2 because the original Metroid 2 is the only Metroid 2 you need. Metroid Dread sucks. And that's it. The other Metroid, that's all the Metroid, I'll go back and play the original Metroids again, though. I do think Metroid Zero Mission is a bit overrated, because I think the original game is better in a lot of ways, but, why is Dread bad? Oh, you want to talk about that? Well, because, here's why I don't like Dread. There's a number of reasons. First of all, the soundtrack is bad. The soundtrack is very bland. It's not acceptable for a Metroid game. It's just too bland. It's that typical, like, indie sort of Metroid bland music. That's a big strike against it. Although, to be fair, Fusion's soundtrack is a step down from the first 3 games. And, yeah, I don't get that. I think I kind of get why that might be, but I think here's why. I'll get into that in a second. But secondly, Metroid Dread is not really a Metroid game. You know how like many indie Metroid likes sort of copy the Super Metroid formula, but they're kind of more like Castlevania Symphony of the Night than Metroid. Well, Metroid Dread is not a Metroid game. It doesn't feel like a Metroid game. It feels like an indie-like Metroid game, which is like a different kind of feel. It has no density. Metroid games need to have, especially Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, they must be densely designed. They must have dense level design. You know? There's got to be like intense exploration of like, bombable walls and like figuring out where to go and all this stuff. Metroid Dread's level design is bland shit. It's just bland platforms strewn about. It's got bad level design. It's bad. It's boring. It's bland. It's just platforms. Most of the game, and look, admittedly, I didn't finish the game. I only got 4 hours or 5 hours into it. It's just, but it's designed like a modern, bland indie game. It's just platforms. It doesn't have interesting level design. It feels like any other bland Metroid-like game. So bad level design, bland music. The controls are the type of controls that would please a modern indie gaming kind of crowd, because the controls have been blandified. Like, they're fast. They're fast and fluid, and people like that. Obviously, right? Fast and fluid. Good. Right? Wrong. That's not right for Metroid, because they've been blandified. It plays like any other game. It plays boring. The floatiness of Metroid is important to the feel, makes it distinct. So it plays, in my opinion, it plays worse. It does not have a good mass atmosphere. The whole EMMI thing, like the robot that chases you down, that is a weak copy of the SX from... It's obviously trying to just simply copy that element from Metroid Fusion. The thing that stalks you, the suit that stalks you. Real boomer. Well, it's very funny. The thing that stalks you, the EMMI, it's stupid. It's pointless. It's a bland copy. Here's why it's bad. It's formulaic, all right? The SX could just show up at any time. It was a new element at that time, and it could show up at any time. It would surprise you, and it was actually scary. The EMMI is just more like, it's like that superficially, but it's extremely formulaic. It always shows up like one time in each area, and has like a set thing that you go through where you like run through like a set area, and you have to and it's got like these mechanics where you can like fight back against or whatever. But it's like the same every time, all right? It's not really surprising. It doesn't do anything. Like, what they've tried, like they've got these mechanics. Who made that? Like Mercury Stream, who's like a garbage company. They're a garbage dump game developer. Like, they made the really bad new Castlevania games.
what did they do? They also made the Metroid 2 remake, the one that was on Metroid Samus Returns on 3DS, which, by the way, people didn't like that because it has this counter mechanic that was overdone. So Dread has that same mechanic, but they toned it down. But it's still a bad mechanic. What did they do to try to, quote, innovate? Like, it's exactly this kind of just really stupid, brain-dead, modern dev, committee-like based thing where it's like, oh, what can we do to innovate the game and make it... Let's add action elements. It's like people just like it's this most superficial, stupid ideas that some committee came into like their office and with their lattes and they came out within 3 seconds. Like, oh, let's put it in... Like, who don't understand and don't care about... They obviously don't appreciate the original games. They don't give a shit. It's like, let's just... Adding more action elements is the worst thing you could do. So what does Metroid Dread do? It has more emphasis on bosses, action elements like the counter mechanic, which does not fit. All right? And like the battles with the EMMI, there's like this emphasis on like aiming mechanics. That shit is not needed. All right? And they tried to do that with, what's the Metroid game that nobody likes? The one that was made by Ninja? Team Ninja? Like, that does some of the same shit. Nobody liked it in that, but they like it in Dread? Makes no sense. You know why I think people like Metroid Dread? Other M. You know why people praise Other Dread? Because it's a new 2D Metroid game that came out. And it played well. It played well in the sense that it's approachable and you can play it and it feels good to play. Even though it's been generified and blandified. And that's it. Like, people are just desperate for more Metroid. That's the only reason it got praise. They're just desperate. Like, it's nothing good about it. It's in almost every way, it's a bad Metroid game. People are just desperate for more Metroid. That's why I think people praised it. Because it's not a good game in almost every capacity, except for like the most superficial. Oh, it's like it plays well. It's got good boss fights. It's got action mechanics that are like pleasing to people. But it's got really bland level design. It doesn't have good exploration. It doesn't have good atmosphere. It doesn't have good music. And it doesn't play like a Metroid game. It doesn't feel like Metroid. It feels like a modern indie game. Which to like people who like modern indie games and just like eat that shit up, that's fine. But like to me... No, I haven't played AM2R. You thought it was excellent? Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen of AM2R, it's just like... Someone took the Super Metroid engine and just like tried to made it superficially resemble Metroid 2. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't like, this is the problem with Metroid, the Metroid remake as well. Metroid Zero Mission, like super Metroidifying the older games is not really good. I mean, people love Super Metroid, but like Super Metroid is good for being Super Metroid. There's a lot of intricate things that make Super Metroid good. Just applying a coat of Super Metroid paint to like Metroid 1 in the case of Zero Mission or Metroid 2 in the case of AM2R is not what I want. That's boring. And the soundtrack is not as good. A big point of why Metroid 2 is so good is the soundtrack. The really unique, weird soundtrack that's the very strange Game Boy ambient music. Like, that's not in AM2R. They just toss that aside. They don't even try to do that, you know, because it's trying to be more like Super Metroid. So it's trying to have more symphonic music. It does not have the same atmosphere. Otherwise, it's the same game, like put through a Super Metroid filter with like maps, which, by the way, like Metroid 2 does not need maps, and it's better without them. No thanks. I don't need that. I'm pretty sure that I would rather just play like Metroid 2. Although I haven't tried it. Like, it's hard to get a hold of these days. I mean, it's out there, but like I don't see the point of putting the effort into it. But it looks better than Metroid Return or Samus Returns, at least. Yeah. No, like Metroid Dread is overrated. I don't really care about the Metroid 2 remakes. I don't need them. That's my feeling on them. Well, yeah, because to me, the music, I mean, you know, I'm such a big fan of game music. And to me, like, the music in Super Metroid is like, it's integral
to the game, to the game's atmosphere and the game's feeling, which is like that is the game. Without this music's not appropriate right now. Oh, this music's better. Yeah, the soundtrack is like critical. It's vital. So if you mess up the soundtrack, then you mess up the game. It's like, for that reason alone, Metroid Dread goes in the garbage. And I don't really care about AM2R or Samus Returns or any of those games either. Can you play a few tracks that hit the mark for you? Well, we just played one. I mean, we could play the Metroid 2 soundtrack, but I mean, like, you know, like all of Super Metroid as well. All the first 3 games have incredible music. Yeah, no, let me see. Let me see what we can do for Metroid 2. Metroid 2 is a very, very interesting soundtrack because it's like part extremely good music from a conventional standpoint and part extremely weird music. So, like, for example, this music, which I was just playing, this is the single best song in the franchise as far as, like, this is such a good heroic theme. It's like the music in Metroid 1 is extremely good, but this is even better. Like, to me, this is the best Metroid song. The music in Super Metroid is really good as well. I love both the Brinstar themes. I don't like the Norfair themes that much in Super Metroid. I really like the ambient music. It's a really good musical game, but like Metroid 1 has the second best soundtrack. And this game, well, actually, Metroid 1 probably has the best soundtrack, actually. I don't know. It's really close between Metroid 1 and Metroid 3, you know. This game does not necessarily have the best soundtrack, although I do think that this is the best song. I, like, absolutely love this song. It's, like, just so perfect. It's such a perfect song for just meh? Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand. I can't even comprehend that. Because, okay, let's just break it up a little bit further. First of all, this sounds like a first level song. This sounds like the song, this is important. It sounds like a song that would play, so you gotta like break down what the song is doing, and not just like examine the song as like how, like listening to it in isolation. This sounds like a song that would play in a first area. And extremely so. Like, as a song to play in the first area, this is dead on perfect. It sounds like you're going on an adventure. It's got that essential quality of sounding like you're on an adventure. Also, it sounds like Metroid. It sounds like Samus, you know? It sounds like space. It sounds like a weird alien planet. But, here's the thing. It's like, music is not just... It's not just about fitting literally what's happening in the game. Like, this is a big mistake that modern composers make. A lot of people, and when people think about music, they think about, like, oh, well, Metroid's a game where you're a bounty hunter, so this is too upbeat. It should be darker or something like that. Wrong. It's not just about literally what's happening in the game, it's also about the game experience. Like, you as the player, your experience of playing the game, you're in the first area of the game, it should have a sense of fun. Like, this music should have a sense of fun and excitement. It should capture the experience of playing the game as well as the experience of, like, the character, like, in the narrative of the game. So this game works in multiple levels. This music, I mean. It sounds like music that fits the narrative of what's happening. You are a bounty hunter, you're entering this first area, you know. It sounds like space. It sounds like space adventure. It sounds like a bounty hunter. It sounds like going on an adventure in space. It fits the, you know, you're entering the planet. It fits all that. But it also fits the game experience of you, the player, are setting off on an adventure. It has all that. And on top of that, this music to me says sequel. It sounds like it's not just you're setting off on an adventure, like you're back. You're back for another adventure. I feel that from this song. I feel like this song sums that up. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but it just sounds like that. It sounds like the perfect music for like a sequel to the game Metroid.
and it's extremely catchy. Like, dude, like how can you, like, I don't know how you can say that's meh. Like, listen to how catchy this is at just like from like a mute do. It's so catchy. Do. Like, it's so catchy. It's doing every single thing a piece of music should do. Like, it's summing up like the meta narrative of the player. It's summing up the narrative of the game experience. It fits the area that you're in. Like, it's summing up the experience of, like, even just like the fact that this is a sequel. It's very catchy. It's very memorable. Like, that's another thing. Like, being catchy, it bonds itself. Like, this is a dead-on perfect masterpiece of a song. It's dead-on perfect masterpiece. You know? Like, Metroid 1 music is really good, too. How about the Brinstar music? You like the theme song more? What, from... Oh, from Metroid 2, you mean like the title theme music? Yeah, that's really good, too. I mean, that's also really good. So, I mean, that... Yeah, of course, but... This is, like, the best song from Metroid 1, I would say. Like, I don't know, Metroid 1 is, like, full of, like, incredible music, so it's hard to say, but... Like, every single song in Metroid 1 is godly music. It's a god... Metroid 1 is, like, an incredible... Like, it's an incredible NES soundtrack. It's, like, one of the best NES soundtracks. It's just incredible. Like, the atmosphere in this game is so good, Metroid 1. It's just so good. But, like, this song as a level 1 song, as an opening song, is doing a lot of the same stuff. Like, a sense of adventure, a sense of fun, a sense of, like, tension and urgency. Since you're entering, like, an unknown area and all that stuff, you know? Like, it does everything. And it's extremely catchy to boot. Extremely good. How about Super Metroid? How about this? Let's see. I don't know. I think the first... The Brinstar songs are the best songs. I mean, Criteria, I guess people like as well. But this is probably my favorite. This is also really good. I don't think this is quite as good as the first two songs I played. But it's really good. It's really good. So, I mean, this does feel like... This is not the first music you hear in the game. You hear the Criteria. Criteria, when you first come to it, doesn't have any music. It's just like atmospheric kind of sound. And there's like the pirate theme plays at one part when the alert sounds. And you finally get to Brinstar, like about an hour in, then you hear this music. This feels like the proper, you know, level 1 music, if there is, you know? That type of music is, for those games, is phased out due to advancements of technology. Well, I mean, like, it's not phased out due to advancements in technology. It's phased out due to trends. Like, it has nothing to do with technology. You know, it's just the trend is to make bland music because music is de-emphasized in modern games. Like, that's really all it is. And, like, you know, there was this whole thing, like, John Williams, you know, famous composer John Williams, at one point said something extremely bad and misleading that, like, screwed up a lot of composers. He said, like, the job of the soundtrack is not to be noticed. Completely wrong, like, utterly and completely wrong. But, like, a lot of composers, I don't know, it's like that became like a rallying cry for, like, every bland soundtrack, you know? And, like, seemingly a lot of more modern movie soundtracks follow that advice where they just sit there and be lifeless and are just generic soundtracks. And, like, that infected game music as well. Like, game music used to be game music. And then it got infected with sort of, like, movie soundtrack music, and it became blandified. They don't... Well, and it's not about fitting it to the NES. That doesn't matter. It's more about how the feeling of the music. You know? The music can sound like anything. Doesn't matter if it's chip music, like certain types of chips, certain types of, like, instruments. Like the chip music is that's just one type of instrument anyway. It could use any instruments it wants, but it's all about the feeling that the music has, you know? Anyway, this is really good. I consider this to be like a little bit lesser than the first two songs. Here, let's listen to some Metroid Dread music. Let's see. What's some? Let's see here. Theme of Samus, opening. What's the open? Okay, level 1. Let's listen to the level 1 music from Dread. It's atmospheric. It's ambient. It has the feeling of being like in an alien planet, for sure. There's no fun. This music is devoid of fun. It's devoid of excitement, really. This is not good. I like that little bits of like sort of weirdness to it, but it doesn't. It's underdeveloped, like it's undercooked. Like it's got some kind of cool sounds to it, as far as being ambient and feeling like an alien. It's so. Here, let's just stop it. It's so literal. It's so boring. It's so literal. It's like, okay, I'm the composer. I'm going to make music that sounds like an alien planet. Oh, I did it. Zero sense of fun. Zero sense of excitement. Zero sense of setting out on an adventure. All the emotions you should feel, not in the music. It's just not there. Because the composer, whoever made this music, probably didn't know that they were supposed to be doing that. They were just thinking, like, surface level thinking, just simply, I'm going to make something that fits like you're going to an alien planet without any sense of, like, putting emotions in it. Bad. Terrible. Like, that's unacceptable. Like, just the fact, like, that's the level 1 song. The fact that sounds like that, like, just like, you know, the fact that the level 1 song sounds like that is enough reason for me to not play that game. There's plenty of, I gave it a chance. I tried to give it a chance. There's plenty of other reasons to not play it. Plenty of reasons to not play that game. But that song alone is enough reason. That's a deal breaker. That song is a deal breaker. Like, that's not even video game music. That's just somebody's iPod music. That's not game music. Because it doesn't do, like, real game music should try to, it has to think multi-level. It's got to not only, it shouldn't just be literal, like, here's the music that sounds like the world, like it sounds like you're on an alien planet. It should also be thinking about the emotional experience of the journey you're on. There should be, like, it should be thinking on that level. If you don't get to that level, you're not even making game music. Like, that is not game music, period. It's garbage. All right, so that's why I don't like Metroid Dread. There you go. I guess I think we about summed it up. That's why I don't like it. I hope that explains it. Let's get back to good music. Finish with this. Alright, this is my New Year's picture. Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't like, this is why I don't like modern soundtracks anymore. Like, I just don't like modern soundtracks. I mean, it doesn't match my vision, but like what vision does it match? I mean, let me, like, what vision does it match? Is there a vision it matches? Like, what? What is that vision? To, like, do less? Is the vision to do less? Well, music just doesn't need to do all that stuff. It only needs to simply sound like an alien planet and just be literal. Like, what kind of vision is that? I think that I don't see what vision. Like, what's what's good about that music? What's the vision there? I mean, you know, I don't know. I just don't see it. I think that, you know, a lot of people have been trained, when it comes to modern games and modern soundtracks, people have been trained to enjoy music in a more literal sense and to have lower expectations. goes good and works. Yeah, but I mean, like, it works if you have low expectations. See, like, you can, you know, you can do a lot more. If that's all you want, is to not have any of that emotion in there, and just to simply have that sort of bland music that sort of generally fits the vibe of like the literal setting you're in. If that's all you expect, then that's all you get. And a lot of people don't care about music. A lot of people, literal is enough because they don't give a shit about music. Because modern soundtracks, movies and games have trained people to not care. It's trained people to expect nothing. You know? People don't care about modern soundtracks. People don't get super excited about the music, for the most part, with some exceptions here and there. Well, I tried my best to explain it to you, Radon. That's too bad I couldn't convey it to you. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, it makes me sad. I don't know. It just, like, above all, like, the state of, like, modern soundtracks makes me really sad. But, well, it makes me sad when I happen to listen to it. But that's why I avoid it. That's why I just kind of, that's one reason why, and look, you know, that's why I can love UFO 50, because UFO 50 has incredible music, you know? Like, I can enjoy that. But that's why I just avoid most modern games, because, like, the music in those games just fills me with sadness and, like, despair and malaise and just, like, disappointment. I guess just more than anything, disappointment. But not even really that, because my expectations for, like, modern games is in the gutter. I don't expect anything. I expect them to have bad music, because they usually do. You don't relate at an emotional level? Oh, that's too bad. It's too bad, Radon. Oh, well. No, I mean, well, that'd be asking too much, right? If you can understand you don't have to relate at an emotional level. You can understand on a, academic level to some extent. That's good enough, because, I mean, you can't expect to move someone's emotional needle, like, from here to here, no matter how well explained your arguments are. It just doesn't work that way. But like, that's why I don't play modern stuff. Like, this is a big reason why, because like if I know that if I just kind of stick to games from, like, the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, I'm gonna get a lot of stuff that I love. But once in a while, something like UFO 50 comes out that, like, really is outside of, like blows me away. Like, would never expect something to be that good, Once in a while, and that's good for me. But I love game music. I love game music from that, like, period of 20 years, from, like, about 85 to 2005. It's so good. It's just so good. It's so good. I just can't get tired of it. Can't get enough of it. It's just so good. And there's always, the thing is, like, it's always new stuff to find, because the world of, like, video games from, like, the 80s up into, like, the 2000s is so vast. There's infinite stuff in there to enjoy. Infinite. So I can always find stuff that's new to me that, like, shocks me with how good it is. And once in a while, stuff that's, like, outside of that time period, like, 2010s, 2020s, once in a blue moon I might find something good really too, like UFO 50. But for the most part, that's why I like to stick to retro games. Dune had really good music. Well, hey, I hope you found that interesting, though, at least. You don't have to agree. But maybe that's why I didn't even play, like, the weird music from Metroid 2 for you. I really like all the ambient music in Metroid 2, although it is a bit of an acquired taste, admittedly. And, like, the music in the final areas is super cool. I love that soundtrack. I love all the first 3 soundtracks. I love Metroid Fusion
I don't think the soundtrack is as good, but it does have a couple like really good tracks. But yeah, that's why I don't care. That's why Metroid Dread, I just don't care about it. I think I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And I finished the page. I think that's probably good for the stream. It's probably good for the stream.
Thanks for the discussion.
Oh, I should probably turn this music down.
That's pretty good music. Oh, this is a really good song on DOS. Eye of the Beholder.
Oh, this is such a good piece of ambient music. Like ambient music with character.
Oh, you think so? Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that, I guess, right on. Thanks for listening. Still love you.
Still love you. Happy New Year's to you.
You know, the year's almost over. I mean, I just don't have time. I don't have time to keep. I mean, like, you know, like it would be pointless to like continue to like debate it into the ground. You of course you can like whatever you like. I mean, personally, I don't really see the cinematic flair, but, you know, if you think so. I'm glad you get the old style older games. It is completely different. It is different, you know. But, you know, I just was trying to explain it the best I could. Of course, you can like whatever you want to like. But just personally, I like what I like. And I don't like Dread, but I love the first three Metroid. The first three Metroids I love, and I've streamed them all, but I want to stream them again because they're all so good. And I also want to stream Metroid Fusion. I want to stream Metroid Prime. And like, that's about it. Those are the Metroids I want to stream more of. And I really like all those games. But there's nothing modern that's like gives me the same feeling as Metroid, except for really UFO 50. Like UFO 50 might be I think that Divers might be the closest a modern game has ever felt to like feeling like the same exciting kind of cool exploration vibe as like an old Metroid game. And the fact that it doesn't have a map is so good. Divers is the best modern Metroid game. Even though it's not really Metroid, it's not a platformer, it's in water. It's like a water variant. And it's really its own genre. Like, it should be given credit for its own genre, like these underwater, exploratory underwater games, and it's an RPG. But it's got the same feeling as classic Metroids. You know, the modern Metroids don't have that feeling. Metroid-likes don't have that feeling. But Divers does. And dude, I loved Divers. Like, I loved Divers. It was so cool. It was such a cool game to explore. To like, it had such a good sense of mystery and intrigue that you just don't get anymore. And you know what? It also has a completely different musical style than Metroid 2, because like it mostly doesn't have music, but it worked. It worked for that game. So good. So, you know, that's probably why I gave it a 9 out of 10 in my little ratings. The UFO 50 games have been scoring very well. Just looking at the ratings. Hold on a second. At the ratings, like, a good amount of 9s and 8s. A good amount of 9s and 8s. And I try to, games that are like good but not great, I try to stick to 6. I try not to overscore. Like, a game should not get an 8 unless it's an excellent game that's above many other games. Like, a game should not get a 9 unless it's phenomenal and like is above most other games that are like it. But like many of these games are, like Barbuda is these Barbuda, Magic Garden, all these games that I gave a 9 to are extremely special, extremely good. I haven't given anything in UFO 50 a 10 yet, but like UFO 50 itself is an easy 10. It's an easy masterpiece. I just haven't decided where it's going to go on the ranking list yet, but it's going to be within my top 50 games for sure. For sure. It's going to get in the top 50. I just have to think about where it goes. It might get pretty high. To think that a 2024 game like has a chance of getting onto my top 20 list. I mean, look at the games here. Just from I think the most recent game here on my top 50 might be Dark Souls. Well, it's the FromSoft games. Like Dark Souls is number 1. Demon Souls, that's like 15 years old now, but like that's number 11. Bloodborne's number 6. You know. And most of this, like Elden Ring, that's recent. That's number 21. That deserves to be there. But yeah, it's, you know, Splatoon 2 and 3. Those are recent. Mostly these are old games, but they found a new game that could break into the top 20. So that's pretty cool. But you know what? I think I'm about done for tonight. All right, I finished my art and I finished my page. So, and it's been about 3 hours. So I'm happy with my arts. I think that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my stupid rants, my stupid thoughts and opinions. It was fun to have a look back on 2024. Hey, Radon, same to you. Peace be with you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. I think I know who I'm going to raid. Let me just double check. Dude, Copart is playing Robinson's Requiem. I'm interested in that. Hungry Gorilla is playing Quest for Glory 1. That's pretty cool. But we have to play. We have to raid Macaw tonight, who's doing like his own New Year's Eve stream because it's New Year's Eve for him. Playing Skeleton Crew. That sounds pretty good. So we're gonna have to raid them. Thanks everyone. Again, thanks for watching. Maybe there'll be one more stream tomorrow afternoon. Maybe. But I've got stuff to do tomorrow. Where's my good night stream? Oh, good. There it is. I got stuff to do. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I'm still considering doing like a big stream on New Year's Day, the 1st. I'd like to stream Kingsfield 3, take a little break from UFO 50, so maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Well, dude, this skeleton game looks awesome. It looks like Crusader No Remorse. I've never seen this game before, but it looks awesome. Isometric. Anyway, so if I don't see you guys tomorrow, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Later.